Happy New Year, everybody. Christmas break is over. There's a new year. We got snow. We got dangerous wildfires. First of all, before we get settled, before we can start, my heart and my prayers and just everybody out in California on fires, man. Just I know some people out there, know some game shops. It is just it's sad. It just like, man, my heart goes out to you guys. Just say some prayers for them people. If you can do what you can for them people, just it's it's bad, But if you're in that area and you're watching, I hope I can bring some, peace. We can bring some peace, bring some happiness to you today. We all send in love. We love you. So let's get into it, guys. Xbox, Nintendo, PlayStation, it's going crazy. And it's just what 9 days into 10 days into the new year. It's crazy. Why is it like this? I thought 2024 was wild, but yo. And also, too, what is the hell's going on? We got a real Nintendo Ninja. What the heck is going on? All right, I'm sorry. I didn't see anything about the Switch. Okay, please. I didn't see anything about the Switch. I just made a thumbnail, so please. Okay. All right, so we're gonna be on our best behavior tonight. So please do not send the rest of you gang out. Don't do it. Okay, please. All right, thank you. I think we good. So, what's up, y'all? Mr. Right Way here. Yeah, it's New Year, but man, the rumors are heating up. Just this morning, and Xbox. What is Xbox doing? Is this an Xbox? Because is this about to be an Xbox? Because did you see this morning? We're just gonna start with it. They said 2 Xbox games are coming to the Nintendo Switch and the PlayStation 5. And that's Halo and another game, maybe like Fables. I don't know. I just saw Halo, the Master Chief Collection. What is going on? What do y'all think? And also, welcome back to also Neo.
That Nintendo. Yeah, y'all talking about Xbox stuff right now. So that Nintendo Ninja, he gonna be back later on when the Switch 2 stuff come along. So right now, y'all good right now. But carry on, brothers. Carry on. We talking about Xbox right now. We talking about Xbox.
I've come to terms that
finally after a year. Well, 2 years, right?
Yeah, 2 years. I've come to terms that what we have left of exclusives is no longer going to be on Xbox. Even if it's just a rumor, it could be, news until it's like really, really confirmed and we start seeing pictures of like, hey, you can go and digitally download this game now. You can go and pay for this game now. But I know there's a lot of folks on PlayStation that have been wanting to play Halo on PlayStation consoles.
You think so?
Yeah.
That's been a thing 2001, buddy. Trust me. I was there.
That's been a conversation for many years. There's been a lot of PlayStation gamers that didn't make the switch to go to Xbox, or they just didn't buy an Xbox.
Yeah.
I mean, now there's a couple folks that they bought both, but there's a couple people out there that are like, man, I would love to play Halo on PlayStation. So I think it will probably breathe some new life back into the Halo franchise just because it's on a different console that we've never seen before.
Multiplayer is going to be crazy.
Playing it on Switch is going to be kind of. I want to see what it's going to look like on Switch first, but
if it's the Master Chief Collection, I think on Switch 2 it can run perfect.
You know what's going to be? You know what's going to be funny about that, because I don't know if you guys remember years and years ago when the DS came out. Do y'all remember at one point there was a Halo game that was in the works for the DS? Do y'all remember that?
Yeah.
I was like, so if this actually does come to fruition, which looks like it's gonna be like a 95% chance of actually happening, it's gonna be a full circle moment. It's like, damn. So we did end up getting a Halo. Took a couple of decades, but that's crazy when you think about it. I was like, damn, they did have a Halo game that's come out on the DS back in the day. So hey man, they put it out in the universe, so it just took some time to catch up. So that's gonna be crazy when it does happen. Y'all gonna buy it? Hopefully, there's a physical.
I'm gonna buy it. Yeah,
you gonna buy it?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna buy it.
Well, that's gonna be bought. Framed.
I'm gonna buy it. Yeah, I mean, just because that's like if Mario was on PlayStation or like God of War was on Switch, I'll buy it. Just because like I can't believe I'm playing this franchise on this platform. Just because.
Yeah, that's because like if somebody
Like, look at this. Look at this
would have
cover.
told you like 10, 15 years ago, like look at that. If somebody would have told you that 10, 15 years ago, look at that would actually been a thing, they'd be like, "Bro, get the fuck out of here." Ain't no way that's happening.
Look, this is crazy. This is crazy. A crazy cover look. But I mean, this easily could be, well, I'm Google searching it, but that's crazy, right?
Right now. Yeah. I'm looking at Switch mock-up boxes of it right now on my end.
Yeah, you see the Switch mock-up. But look, see everybody reporting on the game. So GameSpot, man, that used to be a good website. But Halo 2 coming to Switch and PS5 in 2025 alongside Gears, Flight Simulator, and more. I think on the podcast a couple months ago we was talking about maybe Gears will probably come, like Gears 1, 2, or the Gears collection.
Yeah,
I think that might happen. But like, I'm predicting it in 2025. Xbox will say, you know what? We're gonna be the largest third party publisher on earth. So,
well, all the money spent on Microsoft and shit, they got no choice but to at this point.
Yeah,
they don't. Chat, let us know how you feel about that. We'll put your questions. We'll put your answers in the comments. But that is just wild, though.
You were saying something else?
Yeah, if I'm not gonna lie, if they did a Halo Switch 2, I'm buying it. I would buy that version. I mean, I plan on getting a Switch 2, but if they do a Halo version,
that'd be great. I don't think Nintendo would do a Switch. Well, you never know.
I don't know. I don't think they would, but like that's just if they did do something like that, I'd scoop that up in a heartbeat. But I don't really see the need for me to buy Halo on PlayStation just because. I mean, I've had literally every single version of Halo on Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm buying it, I'm just buying it to be buying it. It's not like I'm going to play it on PlayStation. So, well, I mean, I think I got a couple of buddies that are on PlayStation. So if they say, hey, man, I want to play Halo, I'm like, all right, man, if you want to get whooped up real quick, no problem.
I think it's going to be surreal that when the people actually do play it on PlayStation and it's like push triangle to switch weapons, it's like, damn. I didn't think this would be a thing.
Now, I would be down to see like a legit Halo Wars. Like, I mean, we're talking about Master Chief Collection, right?
Oh,
like Halo Wars, Xbox v PlayStation.
Yes, joints, yeah.
That would be dope. Mm-hmm. I would love to see like a cross-platform like lobby where you have Xbox players versus PlayStation players. That would be dope. I think
that would be funny.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That would cause a lot of flaming console wars.
I don't even care, bro. That would be so good. I mean,
they had like little dots or flags. Like Nintendo will be red, PlayStation will be blue, and Xbox will be green
versus blue. Yeah. Or
that would. They stopped red versus blue years ago. That would be a great resurgence if they would bring that back.
Gosh,
just think how many. Just think the install base for Nintendo people. Like it'd be like Nintendo versus Xbox, PlayStation. Because it's a lot. Wow.
Yeah.
Because I think, when you said that about how many people will be playing it for the first time, I forgot a lot of people's first console is the Switch.
Yeah, for the younger generation.
The Switch is what? Is the Switch 8 years old? Some people got that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, not 8 years old. So some people got that like what? In the middle of high school probably, or like junior high or something maybe.
They said I remember a report said if you got a Switch when you was in elementary school, like 5th grade, you'd be graduating by the time the Switch 2 came out, graduating high school. I said, damn. That's only 8 years.
We getting old.
Yeah, we are getting old. Damn. That's why I try to enjoy my moments.
If you was in elementary school, by this time you come out, you would have been graduating high school. So yeah, that's
bananas.
Well, Father Time waits for nobody. Cause damn.
You know what? I know when I was pretty heavy into Gears.
Yeah,
I know a lot of buddies that were like, "Man, I wish Gears was on PlayStation. I wish Gears was on PlayStation." Gears makes sense to be on PlayStation, if you ask me. I think it's one of those games that I never really considered it to be an exclusive, even though it was just an Xbox exclusive for like so many years. But I thought it was a good franchise to actually be on a cross-platform.
It was going to be on PlayStation 3.
Yeah, I remember.
But they stopped it because they couldn't develop a PlayStation 3.
I remember that. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, man, it's just like I think I've had a lot of time of reflecting over the last few weeks, months over, my thought process on collecting video games, spending money on video games. Me personally, any new games that are coming out, if I'm not like 100% hyped for that game, but I want to play it, it's getting bought digitally. Like if it's like a game I'm super hyped for, I have to get a physical copy for it. So that's kind of where I'm at.
See this, or not question, but statement by Bloody Bones. He said we should
spend money on a console just to play a certain game. All games should release on all consoles. Spend several $100s just to play a couple of $60 games. I mean, not wrong. Not wrong.
I mean, but I would still wouldn't want Nintendo to go everywhere. Like I wouldn't want to see Mario on PlayStation. I just wouldn't.
I honestly don't think Nintendo's going to go down that route. I think they're going to probably be one of the few IPs that are still going to have exclusives. I think it's just because Microsoft and Sony lean more towards the future of technology. I think they're adapting to the change of technology in the world. So that's why they're changing their mindset. I mean, Nintendo's the grandma of video games at this point. So they're like, I don't need to change. Like I'm great grandma, grandpa, and I can say whatever I want to say because I'm old. That's that kind of mentality they have. I mean, yeah, they'll make some innovations and some changes over the years in every console generation. But I mean, to that question, is Switch 2 really going to have leaps and bounds changes from the Switch 1? Or is it just going to be just enough to scratch the itch? Or is it just going to be us like, why did we do this? Why did we release this?
It's got this in.
Oh, Ninja Combat? Game's trash.
Stink. It smell like
game's trash.
It stink. It smell like old. Look, I need to get I'm gonna answer your question in a minute, but I'm gonna have to get. I got it really cheap, so I'm gonna have to get another soft box.
Yeah.
It looks good though. I mean, the artwork is good, and the card is good.
Yeah. I have maybe a handful of games on Neo Geo I don't like. That is one of them.
The manual. I give this game out of 10. I'll probably give it a 4. I give it a 4.
It's higher than mine.
Oh, you give it a 2, wouldn't you?
Yeah. It's just boring. It's
once you beat it, is. I like the weapons in the game. Like when you get you progress in some of the weapons or the people you add, like the girl and stuff. It's funny. It's weird. It's totally like bootleg Final Fight.
If you put that against Ninja Commando, like Ninja Combat, Ninja Commando wins all day.
Oh yeah, Ninja Commando is so great. This game is so yeah, guys. Got another Neo Geo game. This makes 50 US titles, and
Mans is over here going in on the Neo Geo.
How many is in the North American set? It's like
94.
Less than 90. Oh damn, I thought it was like less than 200. Oh shit, I was off.
Yeah, you got 94 for the US, and then you've got a total of 118 for AES. That's for the Japanese exclusives that didn't make it to the English side.
I'm not selling this time. I'm not going through that again. I could, but I don't want to no more. I'm good now. I completed a lot of out of 3 of the goals, I'm 2 goals completed. Well, almost. Because Dog Tag set and then Fate of Fury set, that's gonna be a while. And then I got 2 more for the King of Fighters set. So
I have 1 more for King of Fighters set to be complete. I have 1 more for Fatal Fury to be complete. I've completed Art of Fighting set.
Boy, that's a story for that one,
bruh. Yeah. I'm almost there, y'all. I'm almost there, but You got
10 games left.
9
games. You got 9 games left.
Yeah, I've got 9 games.
So you right now, I would have. You know what? If I was going for a full set and I didn't sell, I probably would be there with you. Probably. I don't know. If you hadn't
sold, I have no doubt in my mind that you'd probably be in the same place as me.
Probably,
guaranteed.
Probably.
Oh yeah, more likely.
The way you move and you get games. I mean, you probably could have at one point probably already had a full English set.
You think so?
If you never sold the very first time?
Oh yeah, more likely. Because how many did you have before you had like 80 something, 60 something?
No, I had 50.
Yeah, 50.
Before I sold Okay,
That's more than halfway.
Very off, guy. So my Neo Geo journey started in 2016, 17, and I had bought like 8 games off of like this guy in Florida, off of Craigslist. And that's when I was doing that WWE stuff, Undercover Boss and everything. So brought those back home, and then I didn't know nothing about Neo Geo. I just knew they were expensive. They was cool games. I never ever got them because I wanted them, and I couldn't afford them, and I couldn't rent them because they're renting them. They were like $25 a rent, and I was like, no, they were tripping. They was like, I couldn't rent them, and I'm always my mind, I ain't renting that shit. I always say, yeah, I ain't renting that shit. So I rent Nintendo or Sega and stuff like that. But anyway. So I got I sold in 2020, and I probably had like about 25, about 20.
That's solid.
Yeah, about 25. And then I sold it because I did some stuff to the house and all that kind of stuff. Got out, and then what did I do in 2023? Yeah, and I started again, and I got about 50. Then I just got bored. I said, you know what? I want to buy some stuff. I'm gonna go do some stuff with that money. I did, and then I almost sold everything. And I didn't. I'm glad I didn't. And then I said, you know, I'm gonna do it again, and boom, there you go.
This time he says he's not going to sell it all. So
yeah, this time
I'm like for anybody out there that's like thinking about getting into Neo Geo, and you want my honest opinion in terms of should I start? Do MVS.
No. Yeah, do MVS.
If you want physical games, just go MVS. Yeah, the AES is very aesthetically and all that. It's the cool kids and all that stuff, but MVS is the way to go. You could even go CD if you really wanted to, but you're not going to get the full library in that case. There's going to be some changes to some of the games, but
hey, Project Retro Games got some cooking.
Yep, they got something cooking.
You got some cooking.
Got some cooking for sure. But you know what? Evercade, they're doing.
I was looking to invest in one of those things, but I need.
I'm buying one of those. I'm buying.
You are?
Don't see more.
Oh yeah. Like because Evercade, man, they do solid work.
I want to see what they never just say how it's gonna look, so I want to see.
I mean, it's gonna be in the look of an AES shell most likely, and it's probably gonna have some funky cool color, and it's gonna have all the games on there.
What if they came out? What if Evercade brought out an AES system that you can play actual AES games on it?
I mean, I don't see the need for it. I have one, but
it'd be HDMI compatible though.
I can see them doing something like that.
I could see
just for the enthusiasts.
Yeah, for the enthusiasts, but it's also cool because certain people may like, well, I don't want to cause any more wear and tear on my actual console. But I mean,
yeah.
Look at it. Say, come check out his. If we ever meet up, man, we're gonna have to check your MVS collection. We're gonna do a video on it.
Man, his MVS collection is nice.
He showed me most of it. I saw some of it. Nice. We gotta do a video one day.
Custom boxes. It's clean. It's nice.
Man, that'd be awesome though. I mean, Evercade did that. If they did something like that, they would have just like who did that? No, that was Neo Geo who did it, but it was that little thing that nobody really wanted.
Oh, it was a handheld.
Neo Geo X.
The Gold X thing. Yeah. Well, what happened? Because I was looking to get one of those, but I didn't hear the reviews.
They lost the rights. What was it? Tomo? Tomo lost the rights to it with SNK. It didn't. The quality of the ports in the games wasn't the greatest. It was a nice little replica. I remember when they first announced them, I was trying to get one, and they were sold out at first run. But and then I just never got around to buying another one. I won't buy one now. I mean, you've tried to find one brand new or one that's lightly used, and folks are asking like $300 or $400 for them. I'm like, no.
Yeah. I'm looking on eBay right now. I see one pre-owned complete in box $375.
Yeah, no.
One person selling $439. Yeah, because how much did these initially retail for? I'm pretty sure it was way less than this.
No, I think it was like, I don't remember. I think it was like $299, $300 somewhere in there.
Okay.
So I mean, they haven't really depreciated it at all. I mean, but. Yeah,
it's nice it's a nice thing to have if you can find one for a deal, but I wouldn't just go out and try to find one.
No.
Because my thing is like if I got $500 to waste on that, I'm trying to buy another game.
Right.
Or games.
Oh yeah, games. Yeah, you can buy it. Yeah. I know 2 games I'll probably get for like I can know 2 games right now I can get for 500, but like, and there's some pretty good games too. They're 2 actually good games. Somebody hit me up with 3 good games. So we'll see.
Man, I don't know, man. I've been in this real weird game collecting. I don't want to call it a funk. I'm just like I think I've hit my game collecting winter now, where I just don't buy anything and I don't have the urge to buy anything.
I remember you mentioned that before. Yeah.
You know, I go through those like once a year, and it just varies the time of year but I finally hit it. And you know, Steve and I have been talking about that, and he's just like, "Man, you trying to go get this?" I'm like, "Nope." He's like, "Oh, so and so's got this over there. You want it?" Nope. He's like, "Dang." I'm like, "Just that's the."
Well, I showed him one game. He like, nah. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick it up, but we'll see.
He's like, well, you lose, motherfucker. Like,
no, that's what I told him on the other one. I like, man. when I got this one, I did feel a little bad because we both want this. When I got King of Night Fighters '96, I did like, man, I know he wanted to, but it's like we both was gonna go after that game. So like, I told him that, and he told me like, hey, it would pop up, whoever get it, good luck.
It's like, you know, open season, but I'm like,
open season on that one.
He's like, man, I got a dude that's trying to get it. He's trying to sell it to me. I was like, congrats, bro. It's all yours. He's like, dang. I'm like, yeah, man.
I didn't want to get it because like I feel bad. Like I pop up and get it, like, so I was trying to run through. Go, hey man.
No, I was like, you good, bro? Like I'm like for real. Like these games will come around, and it's just like I'm in my patient mode because like last year, man, I felt like I had like a reflection of all the games that I bought last year and sold last year, and I was like, man, I need to calm down. Like I got into this very impulsive buyer mode for games for a large portion of the year, and I was like, man, I got to chill out. I got to calm down. Like, what am I doing here? Why am I buying this game? Why am I buying that game? So it's just I'm in the chill, relax mode. I'm sure when it starts warming back up, I'm gonna be like, oh, let's go get it. Let's go get a game. Let's go get some more games. You know, it happens. But I think now the way I'm accumulating my collection, I'm just chilling.
I gotcha. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're hearing the end of that high. It's like, man, it's almost like you're not having that feeling to like, oh, why am I doing this? It's to the point. It's like, I think I've done enough so far. I'm gonna chill out, admire what I already got, and then, you know, once the funds have recuperated and once I feel like doing the shit again, you know, it's gonna be there. And then plus you got the last 9. I mean, you ain't a rush to spend that type of money. So I feel that
he gotta wait. He gotta wait till something come up too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, So he's literally in the phase now. He has to wait till something show up. It's like he can't go looking for it. So, and
that waiting thing is crazy because I'm kind of glad I got over the waiting thing last year because like Nessa know, like for some reason with Neo Geo, once you get one and you get a real like a banger title and like a startup title, you be like, damn, I don't want to get something else right now. Yeah. And you start looking at all these listings. And what's crazy, last year, it was like October, November and December. The beginning of November, all the way through December, these games just start popping up.
Yeah, it's
amazing games.
Really weird. Normally, like, because I mean, anybody out there that's, you know, that collects for Nintendo or, you know, Sega or whatever, you know, there's always going to be those 4 or 5 titles that you just never see that you're always on the hunt for. And then you may get one and you may get another one. And then the other 2 or 3, you know, you just never see them. And they just pop up at the most random ass times during the year. And you're like, why? Why now? Like for 6 months.
Why, God? Why?
Like, now? It's like, so
it was so many good games. I was like, dude, and then it's so funny too when you see the games, you know who's gonna pick them up. You're like, oh shit,
yeah.
You probably watch it, you pick them up, like, you know.
Yeah.
But no, it was good though. It's fun to get them, and it puts you in a different mindset. It's like I said with buying games, because like it really puts you in a weird mindset because you buying, oh, I'm buying this game that's like $2,000, and then you're like, I haven't bought a game for $50. What's wrong with you? No, I ain't wasting my money. And it's just so weird, you know. And it's not like trying to say, you know, you're better than anybody like that. It just, when it comes to buying, you know, like it's like, wow.
The mentality for buying certain games is kind of odd for me because I look at, like, everyone has their console that they like to collect for, and the justifications behind them buying those games at whatever price, they've mentally made an understanding to themselves, like, okay, I can justify buying this game. But if you move off to another console that, you know, it's like secondary or third, but you still collect for, you're like, man, I don't want to pay that. And you're like, but bro, that's or sis, that's like
Crazy.
a significant difference in price and this. Like, so what's your justification? It's just like, it's because you don't value the nostalgia for playing or having that game as much as you would something on your primary console that you collect for. No.
It's weird. But speaking of that too, man, like, we don't get into the Nintendo Switch talk, but guys, thank y'all so much for like tuning in right now. How many people we got? Like 76 is how many people? We go to check the things. We got 36 from X, 39 for 9, 39 from YouTube. So make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button if you like the content to help out the channel so much. Before we get into the Switch talk, because we're gonna be talking that for a while, I hope you guys saw the video. Thank y'all so much for watching it. You know, we do a lot of GameStop content, and I'm not a GameStop channel. I just go to GameStop a lot.
Yeah,
I just go to GameStop a lot.
GameStop mascot, bro.
That's a GameStop mascot. Look, I just got another receipt from GameStop that I went today. Like, what did I get here? Oh,
you know
yeah.
You know how Mr. Rightway has his logo? Pretty soon it's going to have that. You know how they always do crossover, have that X, and then whatever, it's going to be GameStop X Mr. Rightway on all his videos. Like, watch.
Keep saying that then. And as long as they pay me, I'll be.
This video was sponsored by GameStop. I went to the players, motherfucker. Let me stop. Now we gotta be family friendly.
I mean, you found a lot of good stuff. You found a lot of good stuff in there.
Shoot, good
dude,
stuff.
y'all, hey, I did not. Okay, let's tell you.
You will see some of the stuff he would put in our group chat, boy.
Bruh, I'm like, come on, dude. Like,
I'd be like, get out there, y'all. It's like, so I don't understand, like, when these sales come on. Sometimes some people think, oh, they just tell you because you got small. Listen, just because I got one sponsorship don't mean I know anything about it. I was just blessed to get that one. But I was in the store this week, the beginning of this week. I think it was Tuesday.
It was Tuesday.
Oh, it was Tuesday. Was it Tuesday?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, it was Tuesday. And this guy ran in the store and like, I said, what's going on? He said, oh yeah, they got 90% going on. I'm like, what are you talking about? Dude picked up one of them big Star Wars statues, and then he checked it out, and that thing ran up $2.50. I was like, I said, what? He's, oh yeah, man, they just got I heard they got 90% off of some stores. I said, really? So I just started running around the store getting stuff, and he had grabbed this Zelda bag. I'm like, dang. He said, I said, man, can I get that bag? Oh, yeah, I already got one. He gave it to me. I run the bag up, and that Zelda bag, it was like, I think it was like $4 or $5 or something like that. And I was like, because I've been wanting that Zelda book. I love book bags, if you don't know me. I love book bags. But I don't know why I like book bags. I just like them. But it ran like $5 something. Well, it ran super duper cheap because it was like $56. And I said, I'm not. It's been there for like 2 years. I said, I'm not getting it. And that joker like under $5. I was like, my mouth dropped, and I just started getting stuff. Now I said, you know what? I pulled my phone out, and I was like, just let me start making content. That's how it works now. You know, sometimes I think like, okay, let me make content. And I happen to be in GameStop, Goodwill, or another store, or a retro store. And I was like, let me just make it, and did, and I put it up. And it took 2 days to get all the footage and stuff. And then when I released it, that same day, GameStop sent out a mass email to everybody in their email list about 90% off, and the video said, whoa, thank y'all for it. But I couldn't even plan it out. I had a feeling,
baby. That shit said, oh, you got GameStop content? They put out what?
Dude, I couldn't even. My spider sense say, you know what? Let me just go ahead and work on this. Yeah, dude, because I was gonna put out a Goodwill video, which I'm putting them Goodwill videos next week. But I said, let me just put this. I knew I had so much GameStop videos, so like, I was like,
well, I plan on going tomorrow because I like to go to. I think at this point I don't really buy a lot of games at GameStop, but I like to go there for more like the shirts and hoodies.
Yep,
I find my gamer swag there a lot.
Yep.
And I buy like some cards and stuff like that, just occasional knickknack stuff. Or
and toys, like
like I do like a lot of lot of the Star Wars stuff.
I want to get this right. I want to get the rest of these.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, hopefully they still got something left. I was wearing an Ahsoka hoodie, and
they had one of those. They had one
in your video. I was like, oh, that's the hoodie I got, and I was at a like a Walgreens or CVS, and I was walking out, and one of the guys on the cashier, he was like, "Excuse me, sir," and I was like, "Oh shoot, what I do?" I was like, "What I do?" He's like, "Hey man, where'd you get that hoodie from?" I'm like, "Oh, I got it from GameStop." Man, I can't wait for season 2. I'm like, "Oh snap!" I'm like,
hey dude, they had her mask, and it was like a little child's mask.
Mm-hmm.
It was like $2. Oh, let me show you. Hold on, y'all keep talking about her.
I mean, what you got? What 70% off at some stores, 90% off. I mean, I know it's not going to be on the games. I mean,
yeah, it's mainly on like the clearance items, like shirts, book bags, like Steve mentioned, memorabilia. Oh, they did have I should have. Well, they sold out by the time I got there because by the time the email went out, I got there after that email went out when Steve was posting about it. So I went there. Oh yeah, the Ahsoka figures, yeah.
You like these?
They had a.
I don't really go for those. But
I'll say if you wanted them, these are like $1 a piece. Like in this, I don't know who this is.
I know what that is.
But yeah, like see, it said markdown. So guys, if y'all watching, if you see something that says markdown, check it because this was like $1.50, and then this was some. So you know, and I would advise you to don't go straight to eBay because eBay about to be flooded with all of this stuff.
Oh yeah. Ugh.
It happened remember last year, all that stuff.
Man, like all the collector's editions got flooded on eBay.
Yes.
All the retro stores had them. All the conventions had them.
So if you're gonna sell it, here's a tip: sell it to a reseller in your city, or sell it to like a game store or a toy store. Don't put this stuff on eBay unless you're going to stock and you want it for yourself. I kept a lot of stuff for myself, but also too, I put a lot of stuff up for later on to trade later on in the year. Like it just not. I'm sitting on it because I look at it.
Oh, that's a good plan. Yeah, just buy a lot of stuff at cheap and just sit on, and then just have it stocked up for good trades.
I put it in my attic and forget about it.
That's a really good thing to do. Yeah,
that's the thing that I noticed. I went over his house and he'll get like these big plastic tubs and he'll just throw a bunch of stuff in there and throw it up in the attic or throw it in just one random closet. And then he's like, I need to go through some stuff. He's like, I forgot I had this in here. I'm like, dang, man.
Hey, he be buying some of the shit year round. So I believe it. I believe it.
That's how you can trade it, man, because you just never know what people might like. Like,
yeah, that's true.
Because last year at GameStop and sales, that was really good sales last year. And it happened around February. So this one is like 90% off. And I want you to talk about the GameStop closing too, Ness, because you said something great about it. Yeah. But and make sure, Megan, make sure you mark this when we start talking about GameStop closing too in a minute, so we can put this out. But yeah, I think this year, just be ready for any kind of GameStop sale because I didn't even know about it, and last year, I think they're doing reverse. Last year they did the games, and then they did the toys. So now they're doing the toys. So now the games are coming. Like you just don't know them, especially with them games this year. Y'all be ready because like they're 50, 60, they're 70 by 2. These are the deals usually coming up in GameStop this year, and you can start now, Mega. So just time market. All right. So if you want GameStop deals this year, right? All you gotta do is wait. Make sure this year is going to be the 2 buy 4 for 40, or get 2 for 40, or something like that.
40. Well, I guess it's depending on the game, right?
We get on a game, like you can buy like 2 $20 games and get
right.
Or it used to be 4. It used to be 4 for 40, or no, 4 for 20. Anyway, 4 games for 20, something like that. But like 10, 20, 30, 40. So 4 games for $40. Yes, that's right. They usually be under 10 or under 20. Yeah, so the game would be $20, and you can get 4 of those for $40. So that that's usually sale. But like last year, in 2024, now it's 2025. You definitely want to wait because they're going to do another big sale, like on clearancing games out. You don't know what they're going to do. I don't know. I just know that history repeats itself like it did in 2022 and then 2023. They have these sales and be waiting, and then always see in the comments people be like, "Oh, you just getting this because no, I be waiting on it. I go every other day. I like GameStop. I'm telling you, even that Street Fighter 6, man, that was crazy.
Because I was like,
Street Fighter 6, I was like, damn, somebody just walked in there and was like, oh yeah, we can't take this. You want it? I was like, motherfucker, like how?
Yeah.
How, Sway? How?
You be getting
This always happens.
Yo, this right here got last year. I got this for like $50 or something like this.
Yeah,
that
was originally going for like I think like $250 because that's what I had originally.
This thing is so beautiful. I look, they're gonna have stuff like the collector's edition on sale this year. I'm telling you.
Yeah, GameStop is really good for that. Like those collector's edition. That's how I was able to get that Marvel's Capcom Infinite collector's edition. The one that came with the Easter egg, the Easter egg Infinity Stones. I got that shit for $50. It was not one of those damn 200s. Hell no.
Hey, games are not gonna be ridiculous this year. The games are gonna be ridiculous. Definitely gonna be ridiculous this year. If it was like last year, I can't wait. And now, about this, because this sale is gonna go on until February 8th. This clearance sale, and so I had some people come in like, "Oh, it's junk," and like, listen, just because you don't want it, nobody else ain't gonna want it.
Somebody out there wants it. There's always somebody that's gonna want it. But I think looking at a couple of things from a business standpoint for GameStop, because you got a lot of stores closing globally. I mean, that's a lot. And I hear a lot of folks in, different forums and groups online, and they're like, "Oh, GameStop's shutting down." And I'm like, no, GameStop's not going anywhere. Like, they're within the top, on Wall Street to have the most heaviest of cash flows, $4.5 billion in cash. That's insane. There's a lot of businesses, a lot of your well-known businesses that don't have that kind of cash flow. So what they're doing right now is they're consolidating stores. They're condensing the stores. So the stores that, because at one point we saw GameStop on every corner.
Dude, that was crazy.
It was like you saw one 2 miles down and there was another one. And then 3 miles down, there was another one. And 5 miles down, there was another one. So you've got, and it's unfortunate, yes, because we have a lot of these folks that hopefully they're just being relocated to other other locations. But if they are losing their jobs, man, I hate to see it. And I hope that those folks, land on their feet if they don't have a job, because times can be tough.
Man,
but,
I mean, and even to add to that, like what you were saying about there used to be GameStop in every corner. The one I used to work at like years and years ago, within a 1.5 mile radius, it was 4 stores.
Yeah,
and literally down because it was like there was one that was within the shopping center of Walmart, and then you would literally go about 5 minutes down the road, there'll be a mall, Southlake Mall. There's one inside the mall, and you will go about 2 minutes down the road from there, another GameStop on the left hand side. I was by Best Buy that was over there, and then you go not even the whole 2 minutes down the road on the right side was another GameStop. So
they're capitalizing, they're cannibalizing their business. Now they are, just because the need for brick and mortar stores have changed a lot over the last, decade.
Especially in 2020.
In 2020.
Oh, man, 2020 was a perfect time for a lot of businesses to close shop, man.
Yeah, the online business, boy, you was thriving. Between 2020 and 2020, early part 2023, shit, you was making bank.
So think of it this way, right? So you have all these stores closing down, right? And you have all this inventory that they're going to they have to throw away, they have to trash, or they have to send back to the warehouse, or the rest of that inventory is getting sent to other locations, right? So if I'm a district sales manager for a metro area in any state that runs, let's say 15, 20 different GameStops, and out of that 15 or 20 GameStops, I have 5 or 6 stores that are profitable, or they bring in a steady flow of business. The other ones are drowning and bringing down the profits. I'm going to close those stores down, consolidate, and move everything to those stores. In doing that, now, when you're looking at it from a larger business standpoint, when you're doing that globally, your numbers are going to stay in the green. So from a Wall Street standpoint, now GameStop looks profitable. So they're doing that. What does that do? That drives the stock price up. So that, when you have these folks that have hundreds of millions of dollars and they're investing in these companies, They look at that kind of stuff. You know, from a gamer standpoint, you're like, this is bullshit.
So,
You know, you're taking my store away. This is the one I've been going to. I don't want to travel another 5 miles down the road to go to a GameStop. This is the one that I go to, right? That's the mindset that we have, because I don't care about your business. I care about my games, right? But this is
I get that too.
You know, this is the world we're living in now, where, you know, our Best Buys wipe out all the games.
Changing.
They're changing, right?
Have you seen the new Best Buy?
Our Walmarts, our Targets are reducing the amount of physical games. So what does that leave us with? Retro stores, GameStops. What is GameStop doing? They're trying to stay in a healthy margin to just stay afloat until they figure out what is our overall future of this company. What are we going to do? Because we know it's moving to digital. So we have to figure out a plan for our business to stay, and we don't turn into a Bed Bath and Beyond or a Big Lots.
Oh, that was going.
I don't know why you said that. I don't know why I thought about my mind, Big Back Beyond. I was like, wait a minute. Like, hold on, wait a minute. This conversation went to a whole different direction. But I'm
Big Back and Beyond. Big
what movie were you watching before?
Oh boy, somebody probably take that name and run with it. Hey, look, if you copyright it, hey, you got to cut me on some of the proceeds. I came up with.
And that'd be a good channel, Big Back and Beyond.
Bro, it sounds like a reality TV show.
But you know
something you see on TLC. Oh my god.
To add to the commentary, you know, what Ness was talking about, man, I think gamers get too emotional with GameStop. And I seen it in my videos, you know, I seen it in other people's videos. It's like you can put a negative GameStop video, and this is not going to be kind of negative. It's semi way to probably see it, but I don't understand. I do understand why negativity goes, but I also don't understand, like, if you can get you a good deal at a store, why not? You know, nobody's going to like say you're a bad gamer. You went to GameStop. I mean, what?
When was the last time you talked to somebody? You said, "Where'd you buy that from?" I bought it from GameStop. Oh, shame on you! How dare you support the corp? Like nobody does that shit. Bro.
Well, I mean, what's up, Rob? There's some. You know, there's some validity there, right? Because
yes, I understand the hurt.
Like the working conditions were bad.
Yep, I get it. I get that.
You know, the force and upper management trying to drive, like, we got to make these sales happen, force them into a credit card, force them into a pro membership, all that. That's completely understandable.
100%.
At the end of the day, though, it's like you got to weigh your pros and cons. If you don't want to go shop there because you had a bad experience as a consumer, don't shop there. Cool.
Don't shop there. Yeah.
It's all good. It's all gravy. Like there's companies I don't do business with because I don't like the way they treat people in terms of customer service. If I go into a store and I have all intentions on buying something, excuse me, and I feel like they didn't serve or they didn't do what was right by the customer and say, hey, look, how are you doing today, sir? Just even a happy hello. You know, I know the vibe as soon as I walk in. If I walk in, I'm like, hey, how you doing? They're like, hey.
Basic common courtesy goes a long way.
Like if work sucks for you that bad, to where you can't even say hi to a person when you walk in, either you're unhappy with where you're working or you're just unhappy, you know, and I get it, you know, times are hard and all that, but damn, positivity promotes positivity. So, you know, think about it that way. Like the way I used to think of Babbage's FuncoLand, do you remember those vibes we used to have back in the day?
Mm-hmm.
When you walk in, somebody behind the counter, they knew about the game.
They knew about game.
They were offering recommendations. They're like, hey, what kind of games do you like?
And also, too, people leave in the comments how you think you can improve GameStop, because I'm gonna do another video on this too. I get it. I understand it. I call it GameStop PTSD, and it's like because I have been to some bad GameStop, and if you have a bad thing on GameStop, this employee number that's on this right here, you can call and get that employee number if they did something bad, you know.
Hey, that shit works. Hey, coming from somebody who used to work at GameStop, hey, if you really want to stick it to the man, as they be calling it, hey, those receipts that got the employee number on it, go onto their corporate website and give them X amount of like negative comments, negative customer service points like that, and the GM reads that shit, and if they get enough of them,
Whoa, hold on.
I don't care.
What is this? This is a huge super chat.
He just dropped 50 bands in the super chat. Hey, shout out, bro.
He said, "Hey, hi, excellent content from Brazil. Thank you so much. Congratulations, Xbox is the best." I would agree with you since you did that super chat.
He said, "I gotta agree with the person." Wow, I gotta agree with the person who dropped the money. He was like, "Hey, Xbox is the best spot."
I ain't talking nothing about Xbox no more. We're going to
get Xbox. What you mean? I got my Xbox still. It's actually on right now. It stays on.
Did you say Xbox on, or is that the other Xbox I'm thinking about?
Well, it's on currently. It's currently on, but I didn't say it.
I
missed that feature though. Xbox on.
That's the biggest super chat. I don't know how much it converts into US dollars, but hey, I don't care. It says 50 on it, so it looked good to me. Thank you for blessing us with that. Thank you so much.
My goodness.
That's great. But yeah, so we're gonna move on from GameStop, and then guys, if you watching live, that's gonna be a part of a little small video to get people watch more videos. But we just want to talk about Xbox, and we want to talk about. I say Xbox on mine. I love Xbox now. No,
that man gonna love Xbox for the next about 10, 15.
Yeah, somebody do a super chat for 100 now. That'd be funny. That is so funny. But what hey,
$100, this man will become a full-fledged Sony pony, as they call him. So hey, go ahead.
Never.
The money. Y'all get the money. Hey, go
I
ahead.
got my PlayStation on the background. But get to GameStop, get those deals before the February 8th. Just pick them stuff. Even if you want to like hold on and sell stuff, don't let nobody like guilt you not going there. Pick you some good stuff. If it's junk to you, it's junk to you. Hey, these are making some good gifts for later on.
Yeah.
You can give it away to somebody. You can trade it. You can sell it. It's a lot of good stuff there they're trying to get rid of. So why not take it?
Think about it this way. You know how those people like to do last minute Christmas shopping? Hey, you did your Christmas shopping already at the start of the year. This shit, just throw them shits in a box and call it a day.
I never thought I was gonna give me one of these because they had sold out, and these starting to go back up in value. So I was like, I want to open this Kenny Omega because I like wrestling. This is a Kenny Omega GameStop exclusive. He's Akuma, and they on an episode of AEW Dynamite they did cosplay in Street Fighter, and Kenny Omega did. He was Akuma. The Young Bucks was Ken and Ryu. So I need to find Ken and Ryu for the Young Bucks so I can just have them all together. And so they love video games. I cannot. I'm gonna try to get this signed later on, but I love this figure. It's games and it's so great. I want it, man. Yeah, there's a Kenny Omega back with that dope theme. Yeah, he got a super dope thing coming back. But let's talk something that I know A Omega is so excited about. He is super excited about this. Every day in the Gak Dang chat, this dude is with another Switch 2 rumor. So I'm gonna let him take the reins of this right here. Talking about the Switch 2 and all this stuff. Mega, just go ahead and take it from there, man.
Oh my god, man, where should I start? Hey, look, it's not like those type of things. I'm like wishing every day for it. Like literally, all this stuff has been coming out for the better half of 2 weeks now. It all started at the end of last year, so this is just been an onward. This has been a forward onward motion of everything that's been trickling on from last year. But yeah, basically everything we've been getting for the past 2-3 weeks or so. This has now officially become the most leaked console ever made. If you go back in history, there's never been any other console beforehand, and probably never will. Well, I won't say never will be, but as of the current list recording, no other system has ever been leaked as much. To the fact we are seeing both the motherboard. We saw that tear down of that. We saw exactly how the system looked, or a mock-up of it, or 3D images. But I'm starting to think that's the real images because now you got X amount of these third-party manufacturers and vendors coming out.
Look at this. This is on Ford.
They had to.
I don't mean to cut you, but look, why is it on Forbes though? This is on Forbes.
Hey, it's everywhere, man. Like especially after like the shit really hit the fan when CES rolled around. When they was like, yeah, see you with CES with the we got Switch 2 accessories, stuff like that, and they showed up and they had like those 3D video markup images. I'm like, bro, y'all can't be at CES doing this shit out in the open and then because it's like because at a certain point. Yeah, there are rumors and they're alleged leaks, but if they're going that hard, especially at a consumer showcase like that, it's like pause on that. But if they're going that hard on that shit, but it's I'm starting to think. Well, not starting to think. I do believe 100% everything that we saw up to this point is real. So it's
What are the specs on the screen and like the resolutions and all that? What are the leaked specs that they have?
Let's see, I gotta pull that up.
So I've been wanting to know. I mean, to be honest, I don't read any articles.
Oh, it says here it is right here. We can see it right here. So it says me. But can I read that? Okay.
Yep, I have it up too.
It says, oh, you can read this right. Processor, 8-core. Go ahead.
Let's see. Processor, an 8-core Cortex A788 processor, NVIDIA Tegra. That one right there, that's their new series chip. So I think that's like maybe like a 2021, 2022 chip. So that's the one they was talking about for at least about a year or so, because the Tegra processor chip that's in the Switch now, that's like a 2015, 2014 chip, something like that. So it was the original Switch is like it's like
which chip is
like a decade over.
Which chip is 2015 chip?
The one that's in the current Switch.
Oh, okay.
Like when that came out, it was already like pretty dated hardware, but it's a handheld, so you don't really need too much horsepower for that. But this one right here, this one is around the same specs as like are you guys familiar with the NVIDIA Shields? Like
yeah.
It's something like that, but a little more updated. So it's from what I was reading, especially this one guy I follow on Twitter, like we messaged back and forth, a lot of the speculation between like people who aren't tech savvy like that, if we're getting into like the real like nitty gritty of things, they're comparing the power level with the spec level from everything they're showing on this right here. It's probably going to be on par, which is what everybody's hoping, to like a PS4 Pro, maybe around to like a Series S or something like that, and then incorporated with, I don't know if you guys know about that NVIDIA technology like DLSS and stuff like that. It's supposed to.
I heard the upscaling.
Yep, with the AI upscaling technology and stuff like that. So, long story short, there is technology within that's bedded into that new processor that's going to help it reach graphical capabilities.
What do you think about this? You see this?
Like the Series S or PS4. So what now?
Megan, you see the look on the screen right here. It says conspiracy time.
Nintendo leaking on the slide. Hey, it was funny you bring that up. We was actually talking about that too, and then I was actually starting to see other YouTubers that make videos on this. And I'm starting to think, because we already know how Nintendo act. It's like if they get a whiff of some shit that's going on legally, they're gonna open up like, oh shit, that's their type of company right there. So it's like, so the fact that you got so many companies coming out and doing this stuff, I'm like, hey, it's at this point, it might just be.
They could be doing that, man.
It might just be a marketing ploy.
I mean, normally by now someone leaked something, somebody getting sued.
Yeah,
we ain't heard.
We wondering why.
And within the first week, the second, because you remember we started talking about this back in December
in the chat,
like after the Game Awards, and it was like D-Brand was the first people to come out and say, this case, like everything inside, this is exactly the mock by the Switch 2 looks. I'm like, bro, by Monday, y'all motherfuckers can sue to oblivion. And then Monday rolled up, it was like nothing happening. And then the following week happened, and then it was another leak, a Chinese manufacturer. And then the week after that, it was another leak of the motherboard. And the week after that, it was, here's the Switch 2 Joy-Cons. It's like, bro, what's going on here? So then that's what we came up with the idea that maybe they had some type of NDA in place that expired like last year, and after it expired, because they were supposed to show it last year. It's like, well, if y'all ain't gonna show it,
so are we hearing anything about 4K?
From what I was reading,
on the system.
From what I was reading, they were saying the new updated dock, that's probably going to be able to upscale like visuals like the 4K. Like when it's handheld, that's going to be like 1080p or something like that. Okay. But apparently from the new updated dock, because even they were saying from a lot of reports I was reading, the dock, like it's physically bigger, it's physically bigger, and then like the innards of it are different too. So even if you take like the Switch that we got,
the innards inside,
so if you take this joint and try to dock it onto the new dock that's coming out Switch 2, apparently it won't fit because the notches are different. So
that's commonplace with Nintendo. They've been doing that since the Super Nintendo. Like the Super Nintendo, and then like let's take the Nintendo 64, right? If you try to put a Japanese game in an American 64, like they little lockout technology, it won't work. Or like the 3DS, like the little notch on the 3DS cartridge, if you cut it off, you can put it in a DS case. So, so they not only do this.
I don't see a big deal behind the dock. You know, if it was like from a pre-gen or anything like that, you would want the new dock anyway, unless they planned on selling it without the dock.
Hickory dickory, no dock.
I would hope that's not the case, but like it makes me wonder if like what if they got a dock this time?
We are talking about a company that literally made a switch that doesn't switch with the switch light. So it's hey,
okay. Oh, after all this time, I did not think about that.
Yeah, because I looked at, I was like, wait a minute. I was like, what the hell is the point of this? It's smaller, but it doesn't do the thing that the name advises, which is switch. The motherfucker it's handheld only. So I was like, hey, you know what? Y'all like it, I love it. If people want to have two switches to have a smaller version, I say, hey, I can't tell these people how to spend their money. So I thought that was weird. That was a weird decision.
It's genius though, because Nintendo loves it, and Nintendo heart since the Game Boy. They really do handheld gaming well. Nobody else can on the planet, no other game company can do a handheld like Nintendo. Everybody has copied them. Even when you had Game Gear, you had Lynx, you had the TurboGrafx Turbo Express. They might have been beefier, had color screen, but they couldn't last up the game. Game Boy ate everybody up.
The games, man.
Game Boy had the games, man.
Yeah, they did. They had the games. It was green, but it's still, and to this day, people are still copying the Game Boy Advance, the SP. I mean, it's amazing. Look at the what does I have over here? That my handheld from Analog, the Analog Pocket.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it looks like a Game Boy, but it's perfect. I mean,
Yep.
I mean, and then speaking of that, Nintendo with their little troll of the Lego Game Boy Nintendo know what's going on. They're not silly. They're not stupid. As soon as that leak came out, what was the other day? I think it was Tuesday, same day too, or Tuesday, Wednesday.
I think it was yesterday. You talking about with the game?
Was it yesterday? No.
It was either what's the day? I think it was yesterday. Yeah, I think it was yesterday. I'm gonna look it up.
Let me see.
This is very, very recent. I do remember that. Hold on.
Yeah, right here. This is so hilarious right here. Look at this. Nintendo's next Lego console will be a Game Boy, but it says coming October 25. They put this right out after. Look at this. That's crazy.
They said we ain't got nothing to show y'all, people.
All right, so I'm gonna show y'all because I don't want Nintendo to just come hit me up.
He's like, that's it. That's all you get.
But no, after more rumors came out and stuff about the Switch, and then they put that out. It was so funny. They just troll the internet. They know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. But that's a good thing. When Wired Nerdy Analyst said, I really do think. Now I'm thinking about it. Nintendo could be pushing these leaks out themselves. This could be a new kind of marketing, and they know Nintendo knows people are thirsty, dying for content on the Switch too. They've been wanting it for 3 years now. 3 years now since the OLED. When the OLED came out, it was like, all right, I need more. Excuse me. But man, when it does release, it's gonna be lines around the freaking stores for this system, unless you can get it from Amazon or online.
I'm sure Amazon's gonna have it. I mean,
Amazon gonna have it day one because they mad at Amazon for always breaking street dates, so they don't get it until the release day.
Well, never mind. I retract my previous statement. Then.
Yeah, that's what happened with me in the with the PS5 when it first came out. It took. I got mine from Sony well before I got mine from Amazon. Like a week. So
where are y'all going to get it from? Like, I guess y'all probably just pick it up from like a GameStop or Walmart or whatever.
More like just to make sure I have it on day one. Yes, I'll probably just pick it up from GameStop because I don't want to wait for something like that. So
I don't either. I want to make content. I want GameStop, but I'm gonna order in two places.
That's the best thing to do.
GameStop and then Walmart.
For me, it's gonna be GameStop and Best Buy.
Do you think they're gonna have like a special skin version right off a release, or are they gonna have just a plain?
Now, you know what? I thought about this. I think they might have two SKUs. I think they might have what's going on right now, and Nintendo's going to surprise with something. Because they said that, today, I saw an article that said that guy who had that little plastic Nintendo mock-up at CES, he took it down and said, "Oh, that wasn't Nintendo." He said that wasn't it. So I don't know. Nintendo just got to him or whatever. But I think it's going to be something totally different than what we're seeing right now, or something's going to be amazing. I think it's going to be that, but I think it's going to be something else. It just, and then again, it could be like what we're seeing. I'm not getting too hyped up about it because I try not to go deep into the spoilers and stuff. I just want to be surprised, which I'm not surprised now, but I want to see. I know something's going to be doing something. That commercial or something is going to be doing something. They got to innovate something. Maybe it's that C button. I don't know what it's going to be, Matt. I don't know.
What I really like is a lot of those leaks were showing how they can use the Joy-Con as a mouse. Did you guys see that?
I didn't see that.
You did it? Hold on, you should pull that up. Hold on, let's see if I can find it. But pretty much, it's like one dude, he took one Joy-Con and flipped it on the side like this. He was like dragging around like a mouse. I was like, ooh, that's a pretty dope feature because when I think about it, if you put it on like tabletop mode, you can essentially have it to where like on PC, like mouse and keyboard. So essentially, you could have like, a mouse and keyboard aim type thing by doing that. So I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, like pull it up.
I see it.
See if I can.
I see it says Game Rant, but it says Nintendo Switch 2 Joy-Cons may have a new gimmick. It may be operating computer mouse-like mode.
Yeah, see if you can find the image for it.
See that right there.
I thought that was a pretty interesting idea.
That kind of gives me the vibe that the games or
this right here
games that they're going to at
yeah, that's what he did. Yeah, so he pretty much see that's a new Joy-Con.
I don't know, man. I don't know,
and that can work. That can definitely work.
Look at this optimal sensor like a mouse, glide path for a smooth view. I don't know. They reaching.
I mean, we don't know.
We don't know. I mean, that's what I say. It's so much speculation right now. What happened? Oh God!
Why you like that?
One for 50 places. Damn. And AE Shipper said, I did remember waiting in line. Okay, so going back to the Nintendo 64 Toys R Us, you had to go get the little paper slip and then go take it to the window and pay for it. Oh, that just gave me chills. Like I so remember that, man. Like I remember. No, the Nintendo 64 was one of my favorite releases, right? Because that was that's one of the first systems not the first system, but I really remember like saving up for it and going to going to Toys R Us. I went to Toys R Us every single day until it released. When they put the 64 demo out, I was there every day playing Mario, and they don't let you play it for a certain time. And they say, "You back in?" Yeah, I'm gonna sit there playing it. I'm just
that was me with the Dreamcast. Like you couldn't pull me away from that Walmart kiosk, especially that one Rated Rumble boxing too. Boy, that's my favorite kiosk. Like that. That's I want to one day. Like if I could have one kiosk, I want to Sega Dreamcast kiosk. Like out of all of my play, that was the best one. That and the Game Boy. If I could have those two.
The big Game Boy kiosk with the Game Boy, little small Game Boy can. I want that. Yeah,
the replica Game Boy with the small one. Yep.
Would y'all be down for a midnight release for?
Hell yeah!
Oh yeah, actually.
Hell yeah!
I'd be down for that too. I would partake.
I'm gonna try to. I need. Let me talk to GameStop. No.
Hello. Hey, especially with them rumoring that Mario Kart 9 is gonna be one of the release titles. Shit.
I thought it was gonna be Mario Kart 10, so I guess they are taking a Mario. I mean, I thought it would be Mario Kart 10 actually, because Mario Kart 9 is on the phone, but it's not Mario Kart 9 though. But it's the ninth Mario Kart.
You did? Oh, yeah, that's right. Wow, no, did it really is that really considered like an official Mario Kart though?
Yeah, but it's on the phone. So let me see. What is it called? Mario Kart.
Because the ones I'm thinking about are mostly like the
Mario Kart Tour
ones.
So this Mario
that one.
Yeah,
I think that's like an offshoot. I think they're gonna go with 9. That's gonna be like a main line. Yeah, I think it's like a spinoff. Honestly.
Oh hey, I still got this on the phone. Hold on, let me show you. Let me see.
Mario.
So I got this.
Oh, Mega Man X.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Is that the one that that's not the PSP version, right?
Let me see. No, it's not the PSP. No, it's not the PSP version.
Is that the one that's like it's like hand drawn animation, or is it like the?
No, it's. Oh yeah, it's a hand drawn. Hand drawn. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I didn't like because I played it. I was like, because it came across to me at least. It came across as like, yeah, this is like a budget type phone game, and it's like y'all just took acid. Yeah, that's the one I don't like.
It's not
because they just took the 16-bit asset and just like drew over it, so now it like looks all cartoonish. Yeah, I didn't like that one.
Yeah, it automatically charges stuff up for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, playing games like that on like a touchscreen, that's no bueno.
You can use a backbone if you really wanted to.
Yeah, like because of stuff like that, I had like a backbone and stuff like that to play with, but I could never
big backbone.
Yeah, I play solo leveling with the backbone, but man, my phone be getting crispy. I'm like, oh my gosh, it be getting extra hot.
Which phone you got? You still
14.
got the 14? Oh yeah, that's why I probably getting hot because the 16 is different now. I mean, I don't use that much.
I'm not gonna get one until I'm not gonna get a new phone until what 17 or 18.
Oh, yeah, wait. I wish I didn't get this new phone right here. Like I didn't need it. I mean, I did need it because of lightning, but yeah, you know how it is.
I mean, I want the USB-C charger for sure because I'm trying to move away from this lightning charger. I keep getting jacked. All my plugs and everything keep getting jacked. My daughter's like, Dad, my cord broke. I'm like, again? Like, what are you doing? You chewing on these cords? Like, what are we doing here? Like, I need to borrow it. Then borrow it turns to stolen, and I never see it again.
Oh man.
But yeah, this Switch stuff is getting exciting. So they saying like, I guess in a week Nintendo gonna talk about it. But then again, we're up to Nintendo right now. I bet they're sitting like, they gonna wait. Well, we gonna wait. They ain't bullying us. But then you see games popping up in systems like at GameStop and Best Buy. So it's getting close. We just don't.
Excuse me. You talking about those GameStop listings of like accessories?
Yeah,
like switch to SD cards, switch to carrying cases. Like, dog, at this point, y'all need to announce a release date and show some games because this is absurd. This is absurd.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm getting one. I made the mistake of not getting one on release the first time around, and man, they were sold out all over the place. It took me forever to find one of those jokers.
I knew I was getting one later. That I didn't get one on launch. I got one. I remember the day I got mine on December 3rd of 2017 because they had Mario Odyssey and then they had Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I was like, oh my god, now I gotta get this shit.
Honestly,
Xenoblade Chronicles one of my favorite RPGs. So I was like, hey, even just for that one game, I gotta get it.
Honestly, it wasn't a launch title.
So when now? Yeah, honestly, it was a launch title. Well, it didn't come out launch day. It came out launch window.
Okay,
yeah. So within the first like 7 months,
Mario Odyssey is like 6-7 years old.
8 years old. Well,
hold on. When did Mario? Hold on.
It'll be 8 years old. Yeah, this November.
No.
Yeah, they showed that because at launch we had Breath of the Wild and like some other games. Like some other bullshit. And then along the year it was like ARMS. All right, that was cool. The Splatoon 2. Then that Mario Odyssey and that Xenoblade, I was like,
oh my gosh.
Yep.
It old. Ancient.
That was the year Nintendo had 2 games nominated for Game of the Year.
October 27th. Yeah, they had Breath of the Wild and Mario. Wow, Mario Odyssey is god dang 17.
This is the longest amount of time we've gone without having a new 3D Mario. Think about that.
Ooh, they did tease a new Mario game. You know, like Bowser's Fury. Mario game. So they was teasing with that. They wanted to see can they try to go with that. And that was kind of okay. Man, well, we just got Mario 1. We just got not a new Mario or 3D Mario.
That was more of like the new Super Mario Brothers type. I mean, that was still pretty good, but I want to see them.
Wonder was really good. Wonder reminded me of Mario 3.
That shit reminded me of that because the last like really good 2D Mario game I played was a new Super Mario Brothers on the DS. Wow. That's the game that reinvigorated my love for the 2D Mario game. So yeah, it's been a minute since we had a 3D Mario game. So that one's gonna.
Metroid really had me going. Like Metroid Dread, man, that game was amazing. I loved Metroid Dread. I played the hell out of that game.
Speaking of Metroid,
oh man,
did y'all see? Did y'all? I pre-ordered Metroid in 2017.
Oh, you did that too, and you got that notice.
You got the notification.
Mm-hmm.
They canceled it. So today I got my cancellation email from Amazon that they canceled Metroid Prime 4. They said they wouldn't be able to fulfill it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
they waited almost 8 years for that. I said, "Boy, what's?" You know what's funny? You know what's funny? Because like,
check your email. See, did you pre-order it?
Initially, initially in 2019, it was like, yeah, we got to restart development over it. Now Retro Studios is gonna be on it. I thought they would have canceled it then, but it was like, nah, we just gotta hold on to that pre-order a little while longer. So they waited. They waited until the year of the Switch 2, and that's like, oh yeah, you know what? Can't fulfill it. Sorry.
Wow,
that's gonna be a good launch title. It's gonna be a cross-platform title.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be games. It's gonna be games for the Switch for the next 2 years, maybe 3. Especially Just Dance. We have Just Dance 2030 on the Switch.
Oh my god.
They're gonna be treating.
That's my most hated game that I see outside of Madden and any other sports game at a Goodwill is Just Dance. I'm like, oh god, that's like guaranteed to see that at a Goodwill is Just Dance. I'm like, how many people bought this game?
Nintendo's gonna be treating the Switch 1 just like Sony treats the PS4. Like that thing's still alive and kicking, still alive, kicking, brother. Still alive and kicking.
So the new WWE 2K25 is supposed to be released before March, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me why it's a PS4 version coming out, a PS4 Pro enhanced version.
Why?
You tell me.
That install base, man, they got what 118 million. There's still people playing on there. Think about it. Why? Black Ops 6 came out on the PS4.
I saw an article where somebody was talking about GTA 6.
Excuse me.
And then somebody said, "Well, what's the time frame on seeing it for PS4 Pro?" I'm like, bro, what?
PS4 would not die.
Like, what the hell, bro? Like,
PS4 is not going nowhere.
No, I mean, the PS4. You know what? It's probably those people who had that same mindset. To a certain degree, I can see why they probably thought. You guys remember the first 2 years of the PS5? Yeah, you pretty much wasn't missing anything. Like you got Horizon,
you really what?
You had God of Ragnarok. Mine is like a few, like 1 or 2 exclusives, like Ratchet and Clank, stuff like that. I mean, for the most part, it was good. So they was probably seeing as hey, I ain't gotta buy no PS5, man. I just stick with my PS4 Pro. All the games gonna come to me. They gonna come to me.
You still can hold on to the PS4. I mean, PS4 Pro is probably their best system since the PlayStation 2. The PS5, the PS4 Pro is probably the second best PlayStation. I'll say the PS2, then the PS4 Pro, and you can.
Are you talking about like PlayStation 4 in general, right?
I would probably say what made the system good. I mean, I'm not even talking about the technicals behind it. I would probably say it's the games. The game selection for PS4 was really good.
Yes,
still good.
The PS4, but when that I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was saying that I think that's what made it happen more in terms of like sold consoles, etc. PS4 has a really good library of games.
They really do, and it's aesthetically pleasing too. Because I love that blue. It looks really calm. It looks great. Like that blue for the PlayStation 4, it really did it for me. Like it's just peaceful. It's a peaceful looking system, and I love blue too.
Favorite color.
It was really, really nice, and just like you saw that technical jump, from the PS4 to the PS4 Pro, and then the system was really nice. The system looked great when the PS4 came out, and then even the Pro looked even better, well, kind of better, but until they start getting better systems, look like the God of War, the Spider-Man, or like just different systems and stuff like that. The special edition systems looked really, really awesome. But the PS4 was something like, wow, it was really, really a good experience. And it's still going on, because that 3 was a disaster.
I mean, they came out swinging with that, with their marketing. It's like, this is how you share your games, and this is how much our system going to be. And it was just back and forth, and then they had the games. She was like, when you saw Horizon and then Spider-Man, then God of War, and then plus all their games ran and looked better on the PS4 too. So it was like, you know, it was no brainer for that. So they had that whole generation on lock.
You know what? Like the first party titles for the PlayStation 4 really still like solidified PlayStation hold on gamers, because like when I played Spider-Man for the first time, like it was an experience. Like that was the first Spider-Man game that you actually felt like you were Spider-Man. Like if you just swing in the game, just swing. It's like the first time you start driving in GTA 3 or San Andreas or the other one. I mean, just you start driving, listen to the music, like, wow, this is an experience. You can just do this all day. Spider-Man, you can just go swing and it's just great. You know?
I think what made that game great, because for me at least, like, I don't know if you guys played Spider-Man 2, like the game.
I'm almost about to beat it too. So
yeah, like that's the one I played down the GameCube. Like that was my first experience of like, damn.
On the game. I mean, Spider-Man
on the GameCube.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
And then when I played Marvel Spider-Man, when you talking about on PlayStation 4, it's like, damn, I really am Spider-Man. This motherfucker. Hold on, I'm Peter Parker now. Like, shit, I'm getting to do all the nerd stuff, like the science aspect, because you got to play not only a Spider-Man but a Peter Parker. So it was like it was like the best of both worlds. You got to be both characters. You got to be Peter and you got to be Spider-Man. So that's what like made it the quintessential Spider-Man game, because it's like kind of like how there was Batman games before the Arkham games. The Arkham games came out. It's like, damn, I really feel like I'm motherfucking Batman. Hold on now.
My eternal temp too high.
Oh damn, camera heating up.
Oh, because I got it right by the light.
Extra crispy.
Yeah. Well, I turned this light on.
He's like, hold on, y'all spend too much fire.
Camera.
It's like you spend too much fire over there. Calm it down, black man. Calm it down.
That's why. Thanks to the people at Emit, I can get this good backup camera. I knew I was going to use it. I almost gave it away. No, see, your boy need to have a backup camera. Here we go. Let's do it like this. There we go.
Gotta have a backup for your backup. I feel that.
I know, right? Hey, photography taught me to have a backup for a backup.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Let me see. Oh yeah. Look at you. See all them dang Neo Geo games back there. I'm like this now. Look at that. I feel rich.
You see just a bunch of rent. Well, they're right here.
I feel rich as hell now. Look at this.
Yeah, you rich, man. You richer. You rich.
I'm rich, bitch.
That's rich money right there.
I wish.
I wish too.
I wish I had more.
I wish I had that Scrooge McDuck money. Well, not dived into the pool, because that shit gonna kill you. But that motherfucker got money.
Speaking of pools,
shut up.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah. That was perfect. He knew I was gonna come with that too. He said, "Shut up." Thank you, Omega Sunny Man, for the $1.99 super chat. Do you think we get a new Smash Bros? Heck yeah.
Boy, that's gonna be
fire right there.
That's gonna be hard. That's gonna be hard to top, man. Because how do you beat everyone that's here? What's tagline gonna be? Oh, some people are here. Like what's like no.
No, the tradition continues. It's gonna be like,
because that roster.
It was a pretty good roster. So,
because it's like because with games like that, because all right, like
thank you, Mr. Right, hot camera only spec. Goddamn, yo, I'm gonna move my camera in this. It was a good position, but now I gotta move the lights. I'm trying to figure this stuff out. I mean, thank you so much for the, but yeah, y'all matched my light day. Wow, that was
OnlyFans Club.
OnlyFans. We can show you how to do it. We're gonna show you how to do OnlyFans the right way. I'm just saying.
Gee, look, I got a backup camera. I'm glad I got this backup one. This is nice. I could use it. I might start using it a little bit more. You know, it's not bad.
It gives a different view where you got an angle to the room. Just a little.
Yeah, it gets a little. You can see a lot of stuff.
So,
yeah, get y'all piece of the stuff.
Your shelves give it a brighter look because you got the white shelves.
They're gonna be like, give us some more.
Yeah, the right way. Y'all know about this?
Is that from?
What is it?
Dungeons and Dragons. It's Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay.
If you see this pillow at GameStop, It's like $11.98. I paid $1 for this pillow.
So it's $1 back pillow.
Not bad.
Yeah, big back pillow. No.
Big back.
Hey, y'all, go to the sales, man. I'm telling y'all, tomorrow, if you're not snowed in, go to your GameStop and just go to the clearance rack. And then also to be nice, but if you see stuff that says markdown, ask them nicely to can you scan this and just see. Like I found stuff in the markdowns, and also too the t-shirts and the hoodies. It's good too.
That's where I'm going for.
Man, I know them t-shirts and hoodies, man.
Hoodie.
Oh,
my
yeah,
God. Snowing.
And if you guys are looking for like retro stuff, no matter what store you're going to, just ask them. Like,
Yeah,
hey,
what did you get? Show everybody what
it's
you got.
like-
You got it.
It's like I don't got a room right now. It's downstairs some boxes.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, like whenever you go to the GameStops, even if you don't see it on the shelf, because I think I mentioned this one time before, a lot of their stuff they don't even have like out stock somewhere. They got it behind the counter. Always ask, regardless of which game type, because hey, do you got like some retro stuff here? Because when I saw the N64, I asked them, I see you had the N64 in this glass case. Do you have any other retro games like N64 games, stuff like that? So, oh yeah, we got some in the drawer. So it's a lot of their stuff they have in the drawer. They don't even have out like that. So if you guys,
Especially the cart games,
like cart games, they don't have them on display. Just ask them. That's what I did, and she just went behind her and grabbed out a few.
I haven't put the video out. It's probably be next week. I'm trying to give GameStop videos a break, but look, I had picked up Sunset Rider.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Oh, yeah, that's right. You did put that video.
Yeah, Sunset Riders, and I picked up another Mario All Stars, Donkey Kong, and then I really like this game, Super Star Wars. I love Super Star Wars.
That's the best version. Shit, Super Star Wars.
I like Super Star Wars, and also too, I like Shadows of the Empire on the 64. I love Shadows of the Empire on the 64.
I tried to go back and play that like 5 years ago. I can't stand that shit now.
You can't stand it now. Dude, when I first
it aged terribly.
It did.
It's not that the game looks bad or anything like that. I can easily get over how bad a game looks, or just how outdated it looks. It's just how it controls. The controls always fuck me up. I'm sorry. Like that's why I can't go back to stuff like GoldenEye 64. I just can't. That's a drinking game now. Can't do it.
That's why, like, every time somebody's like, man, bust out the GoldenEye, bro. I'm like, oh, damn.
No.
I'm like,
I want to get that Hack 360 version.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I remember somebody made a YouTube video about that. Yeah.
There's just some games I can't go back. I have them and I keep them just because if somebody come to the crib and like, bro, you got this game, we gotta pop it in right now. Let's play it. I'm like, all right, man, I just missed this game so much. I'm like, all right, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, but
Like,
this is.
But you know what? Like, let's think about who would you want to be in the news? Y'all in the chat, let me know who y'all will be in the new Smash Brothers. I would definitely like to see like John Cena in it.
oh my
What?
god.
Think about it.
Boy,
Just
this-
have a move when you
boy,
like
this
it
is
didn't disappear.
Boy, it's a celebration of game characters. What you talking about? Some damn
Hey,
you know,
Man
what is-
said John Cena.
I would love to see John Cena. I want a WWE or like a wrestling game, like since AEW is like in bed with WB. I would love to see a DC Universe versus AEW like fighting game. Just think about that. Like you have Kenny Omega versus Sub-Zero or something. That'd be so
like
sweet.
actual fighting game or like a wrestling
Yeah, like a fighting game. Yeah,
Oh,
like
like
a
actual
fighting
fighting
game.
game.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
I couldn't get with it.
I would.
That's y'all. Y'all got it.
Okay, so did you get with when you first heard it, like DC versus Marvel? DC versus Mortal Kombat. You was like,
It was different, but I saw it. It looked good.
but it was
It kind
good.
of
Though.
matched with it, but you can definitely tell it was like that.
They wanted to kill
T-rated.
Superman.
That T rating, that shit killed it for me.
Yeah, that's what killed it. I'm like, man, if you're gonna make it like,
You
if you're
can't
gonna
kill
go off
Superman.
like the Injustice style and kind of give it that real grit and that, I mean,
Yeah.
keep it
That's
image
like-
mature.
But that's the thing. Like, did you guys see that that DC animated movie, Justice League Dark Apocalypse War? Did you
I
guys
didn't
see
get
that?
Yeah.
Oh, and that's
never did.
it's like, oh yeah, it's shit brutal. Boy, that shit brutal. Like that's essentially what they should have made for Mortal Kombat versus DC. If they would have had that type of atmosphere, oh yeah, because like you were seeing Batman getting impaled, you were seeing like Robin getting cut. It's like I ain't trying to spoil it too much for you, Steve. That shit it's brutal. That shit is.
I got a lot of DC movies up here, man.
It earned that rated R. It earned that rated R rating. I will say that much. So it's definitely watch it. That shit's brutal. So I'm saying if they can do that, I think their issue was I think they were a little too early for doing that. if they would make that nowadays,
Oh,
oh
man.
yeah, like
Well,
they would kill Superman. They
I
definitely.
would definitely like to see Goku or Vegeta in a new Smash Bros. Game if they can get them.
That would be cool, but at the same time, I'm thinking about how they usually go about the principles of select those characters, because they're saying they're not picking any characters who aren't from traditional video games. So it's like anything outside of video games media, it's like they ain't picking them up. So as much as I want to see like Goku or Naruto stuff like that, or Luffy, it's like
I mean,
They've been in video games, though.
video game.
no,
Yeah,
they're
They've been in
in
video games.
no, like there are games in them, but they want characters who specifically start out as games. So like Pac-Man,
okay.
Ryu, Terry Bogard, like those are all video game characters first.
And Terry
I would
just
love to
all over
see-
the place.
I would love to see, since the partnership with like what Microsoft is going on, I would love to see Master Chief in there in the Smash Brothers. I would love to see Rayman, you know, God forbid if Ubisoft's still around. Spyro, they got Xbox has him now. Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah,
Couple of
you
them.
know,
I like to see the turtles in it.
I can see the turtles. Yeah, I could definitely see the Ninja
But what
Turtles.
version? You know what? What if? Okay, do like this. What if they put the
Last
turtles?
Ronin.
No, I'm saying they put the turtles in it though. But then you can when you select their skin color, or select their I can say skin color, whatever their outfit. You can pick what version of turtles, like 80s, 90s, you know, the new all kind of stuff.
And
They'll be- Because they'll get all the turtles in there. You know, they'll get it from like the comic books, the 80s. They'll get all of them in there. It just be a character swap. It's still how they same moves, but you know, they put that in there like that.
you know, it'd be really dope if they just said, "Hey, instead of you switching between like the different turtles, why not
Why
just
you
do
Billy?
why not just do oh my god, the adventures of Bayou Billy? Get the fuck out of here!
Okay, it's a Wario, Waluigi, Gino, Raigu from Fighter's Destiny. Done.
Ryugi.
Rugi. That's a horrible Fighter's Destiny's 64 game. You know what? I need to get it and just play it again and see how it held up. It probably didn't hold up.
I loved Flying Dragons on 64. I really did.
I need to go back and play it.
A lot of
The
people
actual thing.
don't give that any because it was like two fighting games in one. It was like an RPG style fighting game, and there was another one just direct 1v1 fighting game. It was really cool how they did that.
I won't. Well, choose talking about that. Then put somebody from War Gods in it. Like, who is this? Or Turok.
Yeah,
Turok, the original Turok.
you
They
see
got a
that?
new Turok game coming out too, so that
Yeah,
could work.
I'm pretty sure.
Actually, I think about it. Yeah, there's a couple of people they can add in there because it's just I don't know if they'll be able to beat that roster, like add that many characters in the next one, but they definitely got a lot more new characters they can pick though.
You
Definitely a lot more.
don't think Ultimate Roster can be beat? It's gonna be hard to top
In terms of getting that many characters, or if not more, probably not.
because they got Sephiroth. They got Sephiroth.
They got Sephiroth. They got Cloud in Final
shit.
Fantasy. They got Kazuma from Tekken.
Tekken, yeah.
They
Yeah.
got, when they put Terry Bogard in there, I said, "Hey, ain't no."
Bruh, I was like, what?
Yeah, man. It's
Hey, SNK been making moves the last
They
5
have
years.
been making a lot of good moves,
Mhm.
man.
They've
A lot of good
been
moves.
like, I don't know who's in charge now, but you now if you look back on it now, you can see where they're at now because that Street Fighter, that Capcom Street Fighter thing, and now I can't wait for that new game to come out. The Capcom Fighting Collection 2. Well, all the
They've got that
SNK,
new studio, right? They've got that. I think it's a KOF studio that
some
within
country
SNK
characters.
that they're
that
gonna
could
have.
work. I can see
Would it be
that.
8-bit though? That would be funny if they were
I'm
8-bit.
sure they could update it, for the whatever everybody else is gonna look like.
They had the box, and then they'll jump off the box, be 8-bit, and then they jump into the game, they'll be whatever how the graphics going to be and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so what's a and I guess you could put this on the Switch too. I'm just saying in general because this conversation kind of stemmed. Like, what's a surprise game that hasn't been announced? If it were to come out this year, what would you want it to be? Any kind of game, but it had something that we haven't heard about, but a game that you would love to see like return or just a game.
F-Zero. Another F-Zero game, a real good F-Zero game. I'm talking about real, like new music, the same classic characters, and then put the original F-Zero on it or the F-Zero GX on that joint on it, and be done. Boom.
For me,
I want the F-Zero collection.
For me, and it's funny that I'm bringing this up because this was also a part of the leaked documents too with Switch 2. They were saying that Custom Robo, a new Custom Robo game, is going to be in development from the same people who made ARMS. I'm like, I'm taking that with a grain of salt, but I fucking love Custom Robo on the GameCube, man. And then there was only two games we got. We got the one on GameCube and the one on DS, and that's like one of my favorite games. Because you know what it reminded me of? You guys remember Virtual On the Saturn and the Dreamcast?
Oh, yeah.
It reminded me of that. So I like those mech games. I love them shit. So I actually hope that one rumor is true because we need another one. We haven't had one since the DS, so it's been almost about 20 years since we had one. So I'm hoping that one's real. So for me, Custom Robo.
Okay. Hey, when I go to Japan again this year, please remind me to get a Virtual On controller in the box because I definitely need to get one.
Talking about the shit, it kind of looks like Ness has one. It kind of looks like a replica of the
you got one?
Battalion, the Steel Battalion joint.
It's kind of like Steel Battalion, but not.
Oh yeah,
it looks like that with like the control levers and actually it looks more like it looks more like the inside of a Gundam, like how they pilot them with the cockpit. Yeah. It looks like that, but it's same principle with the pedals and shit.
I really need to be playing Steel Battalion, man. I really need to get my control settings down on that game because I've been really wanting to do like a video, just like a playthrough, like a legit playthrough video, and really learn how to navigate it.
Here it is, right here.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, the Virtual On controller.
But the one I want is I know you know what I'm talking about, Steve. You remember the joints you used to go in the arcade, the actual cabinet used to sit inside of?
Oh yeah.
If you can find that, because I love that joint.
Let me see, Virtual On arcade. Let me see.
Yeah, like arcade cabinet. Just arcade cabinet. It should pop up. That was like my favorite thing to go to.
This joint right here.
Yeah, that's the one. Mm-hmm. If I can have, like the one. Look at the one that's a little further down. The one, the pink and white, the one with the single chair. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that's the one I had. Yeah.
Dang.
Man, Sega always did some badass controllers. My goodness,
they had some good stuff, man. That damn Dreamcast fight stick, man, was amazing.
Yeah, got it right here. Still one of the best in the market.
It's one. Yeah, I mean, they're tanks, man. They hold up the best.
This is the best Dreamcast. I won't say this is the best Dreamcast controller on earth. This is right here. The buttons are nice.
Yeah.
I mean, oh my gosh, everything about it.
Tank.
You dropped this on your toe, it's over.
Oh, it's happened.
You told me about that. This thing dropped on your toe. Mm-hmm. All this steel and just
still jacked up. That was over.
Like, oh. Hey, this can be used as a weapon. Somebody try to
smack my head.
And then this is pretty cool. You can put your memory stick inside of there. And everybody gotta have a memory stick. They got with all the roster of Marvel vs. Capcom on there.
Bruh, Marvel vs. Capcom stayed in rotation on it was nothing but fighting games on Dreamcast for me. But like there was Shenmue was another one we played on Dreamcast, and then what was the other game? Oh, Project Justice was another one.
Dude, Project Justice is coming out on that collection.
What?
You know Project Justice is gonna be on that collection?
Which one?
The one that's coming out this year, the SNK Capcom collection.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
I forgot all about that.
Yeah, it's coming. It's let me show you. Capcom Fighting Collection 2 right here. Let me put it on the screen real quick. Right here, see? Capcom Fighting Collection 2 coming.
Yeah, it sure is right there.
Yeah, and what game list right here? Let's go to the game list. We got Capcom versus SNK, Capcom versus SNK 2,
in the arcade.
Capcom Fighting Evolution, Street Fighter 3 Upper. I love the upper version. Power Stone.
Ooh.
Power Stone 2, Project Justice, and Plasma. Look at all those games.
Good games, bro.
This day one purchase, bro. Well, hope Capcom, hooks the boy up again.
Yeah,
but
games.
But they hooked me up with Marvel vs. Capcom collection. I still went and bought the physical.
Yeah, I have a physical copy. Like, man, like out of that, like, so SVC, CVS 2 played so much of that in the arcade. I played in tournaments for that game. Project Justice, man, the Project Justice copy that I have, I didn't sell that. That's the same copy I've had since I was in high school. That's the same
Shiniko art.
Oh man, I love this art.
I love his artwork too.
If I had more wall space, I would find a poster and get it framed.
His artwork is always been super realistic, but it still had that anime quality. Yeah. He blended real life and like anime, and it is so it takes you time to like when I was younger, I didn't really like it, but as I grew older, it's like it stood the test of time. This looks great. It's like she real, you know?
Yeah.
Look at this stuff, man.
Yeah, I love this game, man. This is in my top 3 fighting games of all time.
This game is like this game mixes so many different things. I'm still figuring stuff out with this game to this day.
Man, it's so good. It's the crazy thing about it was like a copy and paste game, and you would think it wouldn't work. Mm-hmm. And what I mean by copy and paste is like you had all these characters from different games, and all the sprites and animations were literally copy and paste from those games.
Yeah.
You had Darkstalkers, and their artwork was like PS1, and then you had a different version of Street Fighter, and then you had versions of, SNK characters.
Shin Akuma is so crazy looking.
Bro,
that's what the real looking version. He looks like he would F somebody up for real. Look how he looked like from the cartoon version, but this one.
Yeah,
he's like, I wish a motherfucker would. Look at Evil Ryu.
Mm-hmm.
Akuma's black. I don't say anything. Akuma's black.
Dude said he's black. Whatever.
Akuma's black. He ain't got no tail. Akuma's black. Did you see that black dude who did that? It was a black dude who did a cosplay as Akuma and looked dope as I don't know what.
Oh, really?
I gotta find it's dope. Look at this right here. Ultimate Regal.
Oh man, like see, yeah, SNK versus Capcom 3 would be. Oh my god, that son.
Then he came back from the dead after got beat at the
they did
something.
It's like
because he killed himself, but then he came back to. I don't know. I gotta look at it again.
Yeah, it's something weird. Him and Akuma are like there was a lot of evil versions of folks in this game, and everybody had some kind of crazy side story.
Look at all this. This is like I ain't say the greatest roster ever, but goodness gracious, this game is. I cannot wait.
It's one of the best collab rosters out of a fighting game. Like, I mean, if you talk about like Street Fighter versus Tekken or X Tekken, that was all right. But this one, I mean, in Marvel vs. Capcom roster, don't get me wrong, that's a fire roster. These two games, Capcom versus SNK 2 and Marvel vs. Capcom 2, probably the top fighting games for the best roster of characters out there.
A lot of people didn't like Capcom Fighting Evolution, but I liked it.
I wasn't a big fan of it.
I liked it. It was
meh.
Yeah, it was meh, but it was.
Some of those character watches are rare. Like, isn't the one that had like a T-Rex or a Raptor you can play as one of the characters?
Yeah, it was like
right here.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, that shit.
Yeah, it just. Yeah, it didn't make much sense. I was like, no, I don't like
this game was in place of some. I think they was trying to do another fighting game. I forgot what they was trying to do. It was another fighting game at Capcom they was trying to do, but it got canceled.
I think it like what they were doing on the Wii. It was
maybe
it was what versus Capcom.
Yeah, weren't they trying to do that? And then I don't know. I could be wrong.
This is one now. This right here is not underrated, but people really need to buy this one. Tsunko versus Capcom.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
This right here is.
I still got that one because that's the one that introduced Zeron. I had to have that.
I don't think this would ever get ported over because all the licensing.
Yeah,
probably.
The licensing is super crazy, but it's a super fun game. Y'all, if y'all haven't got this, I know the light you can't see it, but let me see it.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all need to get this game, y'all. If you have a Wii, find this. This game is how much is this game now? I think this game is still like a $40-$50 game. It used to be like a $20 game all day, and then people start finding out and making videos of it, and it's a $40 game now.
$40 game.
$43. 40. It's
I'm
so
not buying a Wii.
Yeah, I see it on eStar Land for $47, so not too expensive. So relatively the same price when it came out, so it's not bad.
and then also too, you got a color manual.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up. That's crazy. The manual itself is even like collectible. It's so great.
That's real nice.
Yeah,
That was a strange collaboration because it's like
that was a strange
anime group.
collaboration.
It was like, wait, what? Because at that point, I was like, man, I love to see Jump. If it's a Jump versus Capcom game with like all the Jump characters and shit, that's the one I really want to see. That's what I really want to see.
That would be dope.
Ooh,
But I ain't gonna
that's
lie.
gonna be that'd be the hell of a
Goku
nice
versus-
nightmare too.
Goku versus Ryu is not gonna be a fair matchup, though. That's just that shit is.
I'm sure they'll. I mean, that's what that kind of reminds me of the Mugen games.
Oh, yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
You know,
Kind of
that's
does,
like-
yeah. Mhm.
Those are really dope.
That's a reason I'll have a PC. I'll download that stuff.
Yeah, oh, bro, all day. I would, play the hell out of those.
Maybe just- So y'all, we ended 2024 doing predictions and stuff, and now that 2025 is here, and it seems like this may be the year for Nintendo. Well, y'all think Xbox is going to end up though? We talked about it, and I love Xbox. No,
Nah, your great spirit's already up, brother. You had about 15 minutes, so
I know, but no. Really though, I'm really thinking Xbox may be just the biggest publisher. They said like a new Xbox coming out. What was it? The Xbox. It was a new.
Oh yeah, you talking about the
what the hell do they call that?
Prime Xbox Prime?
Xbox Prime, something like that. Yeah,
Prime, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Martin,
People like,
Xbox Prime.
this is Xbox Prime. He did a good thing.
Martin.
Xbox Prime.
That's a lot. I mean, they should have went with that name instead of the series consoles.
Bruh, Xbox Prime, that sounds like legit.
That do sound dope.
That sounds way better than I got a series I still hate that name. I hate one
like the Project
and the
Scorpio,
series.
Like even Xbox Scorpio. Well, I mean, that's a lot of syllables, but
Xbox Prime is dope.
Xbox
like it.
Prime sounds really good.
Mhm. You got a Prime? I sure do.
Where can you find your Xbox Primes? On Amazon Prime.
Oh my god, that would have
Oh,
been.
gosh. That's a lot of
Hey,
wordplay.
hey, Microsoft, we got a deal for you. Like, oh, here we go.
And then you think and also too, like the mini consoles from Sega, maybe a Sega. Speaking of Sega, I saw in the comment this year, Sega, they're bringing out Jet Set Radio,
Yeah.
Shinobi,
Yeah.
Sega Virtual. Did you see Virtual Fighter?
Bruh, that
Dude.
was so good. I thought I was watching like a movie.
Movie, yes. You saw that transition.
Bro, it was so good.
Fighting games been trying to do that for forever, and they figured it out. That's gonna get copied. That's definitely gonna get
It's
copied.
definitely gonna get. I you know who I see doing it first?
Who?
Midway with Mortal Kombat.
Oh yeah, like the transitions from story to
Yeah.
I can see that. Mhm.
I see them doing it first.
I was thinking Tekken.
I can see Tekken do it too. I can see Namco doing that. I can see them doing that. Yeah.
We still ain't got Tekken versus Street Fighter. We got
Two.
no.
You talking about the Tekken Cross Street Fighter joint?
Yeah,
That was
Tekken
supposed
Cross
to
Street
be
Fighter.
it?
Yeah, because Capcom did theirs, but Tekken never did theirs. So, and that project just died.
Yeah, like they.
Yeah,
they-
I
they-
mean, you had
three,
what?
yeah.
They brought over Akuma for what, 8? Is that right?
Yeah, and people hated that because he was just killing everybody.
Bro,
Mhm.
he was OP in that game. I'm not gonna lie, he was.
He
was
was.
but the story was good.
Yeah, the story was good. Ada's story is good too. A's story is wild, man. You got to go through it. It's so
Tekken, I would say out of all the fighters with like storylines,
do like a
as
kung
much,
fu film.
as much crazy shit that happens on Mortal Kombat, that seems like it's the most tame compared to Tekken because Tekken just got some off the wall shit. Like
That's
the
right,
amount of
yeah.
characters and stuff you got on there is. There's a character on there that's literally a wooden
Majuku.
fighting plank dummy. Yeah,
Majunku, whatever his name, Majunku. I
Mhm,
love
yeah,
it.
and a panda.
That was it. He was in Tekken 3, yeah, and Oh, okay. So the story with him was that training dummy was in the forest and everybody practiced on him, and then
Yeah,
some kind of way some magic got on him, and then he just absorbed everybody's fighting thing. So you never know who you was picking.
Some of them stories in Tekken back in the day, I'm like, bro, what are we doing? Like,
back in the day, I'm Tekken now is still fucking crazy. What you talking about back in the day?
Yeah, well, I mean,
Hey, I love Tekken Bowl though. Tekken Bowl, Tekken Ball. Remember Tekken Force? Tekken Force
was dope.
Tekken Force was good.
Like, it was like that side scroll and beat 'em up. You go and like every time you knock somebody out, and the announcer would be like, "Chicken, chicken." I'm like, chicken? Like, what the?
When you pick up
I like chicken. I'm offended. Like,
it was
Of
good.
course, I'm going through this with Eddie Gordo, and you talking about chicken.
That was just a weird. I think they just, you know what I like about that, but I like that about Namco because they always took chances. Namco, I really always had respect for Namco because they were the first to say, "Hey, let's jump on a PlayStation bandwagon," and they took all their stuff out the arcade and brought it to the PlayStation 1. And from Ridge Racer, from the first Tekken, it was like they were game. If Namco did not join PlayStation wouldn't be at the level it is now. Namco did a lot to help PlayStation.
Namco and Square Soft.
Thanks, Omega Sonic, man. You have a nice night too. Oh yeah, Death by Degrees was great.
Oh yeah.
God Hand was so silly. Hey, y'all play God Hand?
I like Death by Degrees for obvious reasons. So.
Oh, I know you like for obvious reasons.
But God Hand was really dope. I really love
God Hand was over the top crazy, which I like it. It's still expensive PS2 game. It came down now a little bit. Let me see. Is God Hand still like a $200 game? Let me see. I think it's like $150.
Whenever they make another Capcom versus fighting game, they really need to put Ashura from Ashura Draft in it.
Oh,
that game alone, like if we're talking about people who are like, let's just say if there was a Capcom versus like Jump fighting game, all the characters from Ashura's Wrath, they can easily like be up there with like Dragon Ball characters and shit. Because the stuff they was doing on there, it was a Dragon Ball episode. They was blowing up moons and shit like that. They was poking planets. I was like, bro, what is this?
They should have did another one of that game. They really should have. That game.
Ashura's Wrath. They didn't if they remade Ashura's Wrath for like PS4, PS5,
it would look
Xbox,
amazing. It would be insane.
And just put all download content on there. I'll buy it again.
I think that game was kind of ahead of its time because if it was to release nowadays, I think people will love that.
Oh yeah, they need to really re-release that. That was a great. That's one thing I love about Capcom when they took chances on games like that. And when I play, here's another game that when they took a chance on it, Katamari Damacy, whatever how you say it. Katamari.
Oh yeah,
Beautiful Katamari. Yeah, I
know.
That was a weird ass game, but it was fun though. Yeah,
I love it. And the King of Cosmos was an asshole. He gonna destroy all this stuff, and that son gotta pick all this shit up. Like why are you?
It was how the game looked that has made it memorable.
And then you just rolling stuff, and bloop, 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 bloop. I like, and that game had a lot of. I was studying that game. Somebody did like a breakdown on it, and way they designed the game and the visual cues and all the sound stuff. It was like ASMR type of vibe stuff. That's why I caught on so much. And the music they chose and all that kind of stuff. It was like amazing. That's how they got a different game, but it was really good. Like Beautiful Katamari is probably the best so far. And then the one on Vita that's be on Vita too.
Speaking of Square Soft or Enix now, or I would love to see.
Oh yeah, Beautiful Joe. Beautiful Joe was dope. He should have go baby.
Oh yeah, I would definitely love to see that. I mean, Okami's just coming back, so if that can come back, anything can come back.
Yeah,
hey, you
get Great Fencer, like not that sequel that we saw on PS2 that was like
Samurai Legend.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan.
I thought that one was all right, but yeah, it didn't beat out.
The original Brave Fencer Musashi was fire. Yeah, I like that game.
Oh, okay. So speaking of Okami, did you know they made it for the PlayStation 3? that meant on PlayStation 3, you can play it on American system.
But that was a European release.
I don't think I remember seeing that.
No, it's Japanese release.
Oh, Japanese release okay.
on the PS3.
Okay, yeah. So Japanese knows that. Yeah, that's
what you can definitely play it on. You can play it on your PlayStation 3 though.
English PlayStation 3.
Yes, or not English, but you can play. Yeah, you can play it on your English. I'm sorry. Any PlayStation 3 is you can play games from anywhere.
Oh, so it's not.
It's not region locked. It's not region locked. So it's not region locked. So you can buy cheap PlayStation 3 Japanese games and play it on your PlayStation 3. And Okami was one of them. I got this game for like $2.
But you just won't be able to understand the translations, etc.
Some of it. Some games have English subtitles.
Oh, okay.
Like I think some of the Resident Evils have subtitles. Some of the games do. You just got to go online and see. But yeah, it's good. I'm glad because I think this is just a PlayStation 2 game on a PS3 with a little enhancement because it says HD on here too. Also,
okay.
Like the one on the Wii.
Yeah.
It's fairly inexpensive too. It's like $13. I'm looking on eStar Land.
You can just pick it up and just it's a good game. Like a lot of people don't. That's what too. I think a lot of people in the future when the PlayStation 3 started, it is retro. People start understanding how there's some great games on the PlayStation 3 now because you get a Slim. You can buy Japanese games for it and play PlayStation 1 games on it too, native. It's a great system.
I did not know Okami had an HD port on the PS4, like
a
version. Yeah. This is news to me.
And Devil May Cry got one. Devil May Cry 4 has a physical edition. I got that.
Yeah, I know about that one, but it's Okami. I had no idea this shit existed.
Parappa the Rapper has that. I think I got that one. Yeah, it's a lot. That's what's. I'm gonna go back to Japan. I'm picking up some more PS4 HD remakes and stuff and fighting games because PS4 is region free too.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah. There's a lot of good stuff, man. There's like good games. It's just people are that they see Japanese and they're like, "Oh, I can't play it." No, you can play it.
There's a bunch of games that you don't have to read the language in order to like still play it.
There was a couple of exclusives on Xbox that I was trying to have Steve find me last year.
What was it? I got the Halo.
No, you got me the Halo stuff, but it was like a mech game, I think, or it was a shooter game.
Oh yeah, those
they were expensive out there.
They are.
They were like $80 out there, and it was like on eBay, it was like $150. I'm like, ooh.
Explains why.
Yeah, like when in Japan, man, like when y'all go, we should. Well, I say I can't wait till we all go together. Like retro stuff down there is pretty cheap. The PS4 stuff is depending on what you get is cheap. Some things are like, oh no, it's still expensive. Like PS3 stuff, PS2, PS1 stuff is crazy. You ain't find the Xbox stuff in Japan. It just not. Y'all go back and check my old videos. I had a difficult time finding a lot of Xbox 360 stuff.
Yeah, it's not very loved over there.
Yep, it was not the move over there from the original Xbox onwards to now. They just did not give a damn about it. They tried, especially the 60, but
unless you get the exclusives that were specific for Japan, those are the main titles that you'll probably see. But everything else is like,
That Halo 2 box that I get, that's worth a little something.
Yep, got mine chilling over. I got that Street Fighter over here.
I still got Street Fighter. Yeah, I still got that one.
Street Fighter. Yep.
I want to find the Third Strike one.
Oh, man,
no, I got that. Let me see. Hold on. Oh yeah, but it's different Third Strike one.
I wouldn't mind getting some more swag from one of them stores.
What is this? It's this one. It's this right here.
Yeah, that is the ultimate value pack right there.
That is. I know that is.
That is the ultimate.
I forgot SNK Capcom 2 was on this, so I need to break this bad boy up and play it. But still, yeah.
Another one.
And you see, look. So, only reason I haven't opened this one.
Is that like the equivalent to like greatest hits?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then here's the Third Strike. Look how dope Third Strike is.
Yeah, I love that cover. I love that cover
on PlayStation 2, bro. Oh, I wish we got an English release for that game.
That's dope.
That was back in the day with the Japanese. Always kept getting the best shit. So
Man,
That's
we saw it on Dreamcast, but I'm like, I mean, don't get me wrong, Dreamcast, man, that game was flawless on Dreamcast.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, so US, yeah, I think I got Strider over there. I think I got Strider and another. I gotta look and see. I know Strider and something. And Darkstalkers, yeah, Darkstalkers. Dude, I had Darkstalkers. I didn't get that. Darkstalkers also was on the PS2 also, but I think the Striders, it's over there somewhere.
So Steve, you generally hold on to all the stuff that you pick up from Japan. You don't normally sell.
Yeah, I sold some of the stuff, but also I just went up in my attic and I had a whole big tub of stuff. Like, oh, I forgot I had this, because I just put it up in the attic and like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get it later. Because I like to like switch stuff out of my game room, man. So I put in them tubs and stuff. So I just put stuff up, in case I want to, I want to refresh my game room up. So I go back up and get some stuff. Oh, I had this. Oh, I had this. I just bring this down and put that back up. So
I feel like that's a weekly occurrence with you. Oh, I forgot I had this. Oh, I forgot I had this. Just going every week. Like you get like, man, got enough shit that we can literally just have different stuff in the background, like every video, damn near.
I really can.
I did say I was gonna redo my shelves. Like I'm like, well, hold on, this one right here.
Mm-hmm. You gonna move them?
I'm gonna move this further down this way because that was my Super Nintendo 64. But it's like I'm not buying any games, so it's just a small batch of games. So I'm gonna shift over all my graded games to that shelf. So since I got some more coming.
Makes sense.
Speaking of more great again, I gotta send them my other stuff off. I'm gonna send it off next month. I put it out the way. Man, y'all see it on the video. I already showed the group, but that was crazy that I found that great game. I think that video
probably yeah, I was like, what are you talking about? I'm like, oh, I forgot all of it. I was like, I completely spaced out.
Yeah, I think I might put it on Friday. Yeah. Is it Goodwill, not a GameStop?
Yeah.
That one. I was like,
come on, bro.
Who?
It was just sitting there.
It's somebody's jaded girlfriend is getting rid of shit because ain't no way. Yeah, let me just go ahead and get.
Yeah,
let me just go and give this seal. Nah,
it don't make no sense. It's always him finding stuff, man. It's like I could go like 2 weeks and not go to a Goodwill or a store, and this fool will find it at my local Goodwill, the one that's closer to me. He'd be like, "Oh yeah, I was just over there by you." I'm like, "What?" Then I go and. None but sports games or nothing.
Nobody told you to go have a job.
Oh my god! What?
Who told you to have a job, Craig?
I got 5 kids to feed.
Dude, hey, that's it. This is my job. I can't start like
working.
Like last year, I started thinking about this is my job. I just go out and drive and go look for stuff, and I have a lot of more misses than I do hits. But when I hit. It's like when you go to the casino, whoo, boy.
No,
yeah.
I don't hit every time at the casino, so
I don't hit every time I go out. Paul, I wish I could hit every time. Let me stop.
I was about to say I don't think that's what got here hitting up the slots as many times you be hitting up these stores. So it's just
right. Yeah, definitely.
I do because every time that Ness hit up a slot machine. Every one time he does that, it's like 6 times you go hit random places up. So it's like the conversion rate. Of course, motherfucker, you're gonna find something. You always going.
I do. I want to do a video, and I kind of this video is kind of like that, but I really want to do a video like show how many stops I really go to, like in a week. Like people don't really understand how many times a week I really go. Really like I really do. I think I need to do that because. Y'all know, but a lot of people just like because people always see like the surprise.
I'd be tired going with him, going game hunting with him. I'd be tired. He'd be wanting to go.
I don't eat sometimes. I just go. Okay, so in one day, this is my one day. I'll stop and say, how many? I'm gonna count this up: Goodwill, GameStop, Goodwill, GameStop. Goodwill, GameStop. That's about 10 places in a day, and I know them all in the. And then sometimes I'll go out and do like 5 or 6 more. So and sometimes I don't find, so I'll go in. I know where it's at. I don't see nothing. I'll go right back out.
So it's a rotation of the same spots for the most part.
Yeah,
because people know what's coming.
Pretty much. So like when I used to live in my old house, man, it was so much easier getting around town because I was a little bit more central. So I could go and start in one town, hit 3 Goodwills, rotate out, hit another Goodwill, and then hit like a movie trading company, maybe a GameStop, and then finally finish off at the last Goodwill, and then another movie trading company, a retro video game store that was in the mall, and then the final stop was one last GameStop, and then I was done. I would leave the house on a Saturday around 8:30, get to the first Goodwill at 9. I would be done with that entire cycle by 1 o'clock.
Okay.
So I'd have the rest of the afternoon with the fam. So it just, and on Sundays it was like you gotta wait an extra hour because they won't open at 9. They open up at 10. And then GameStops, a lot of times they're not open until noon. So you can't even put them in the rotation until afternoon. So you may be missing a GameStop or two in that rotation unless you reverse the cycle. So now where I'm at now, it's Goodwill, 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 GameStop, half price books, and then I'm like,
no, you missing Goodwill. You missing Goodwill. If I was with you, it'd be Goodwill, GameStop, half price books, Goodwill, GameStop. No, GameStop, Goodwill. Because
that's too early.
Yeah, no. Oh well, yeah. Because say in that drive going to your house, it's 3 Goodwills and 4 GameStops.
Yeah.
And that's what I do. Like seriously, got like, and people want to like why I just go, and I just have this impeccable blessed time, and I just show up and like, whoa.
Yeah.
I mean,
his timing's really good.
But then sometimes I know I go 2 weeks, a month not finding something, and you just gotta suck it up. It sucks. It really does. You're like, well, dang, you can't find nothing.
Yeah.
What you gonna do? You go buy something else, and you just enjoy the good days, enjoy the bad days. I look at both of them the same.
Fair point.
You know what? I've gotten to a point now where I've been to enough of these stores to I know what I'm looking for, and then the games that you're kind of like iffy about, like, should I pick this up? I know automatically, like, okay, that's a $10 game or that's a $12 game. Is it worth me spending $2 to $3 on this game for me to just have it as a trade for, at a retro store? And a lot of times I'm like, nah, I'm not justifying paying $2 or $3 for that game because, one, it's not that great of a title. And if I go to a retro store, they're probably going to give me $3 or $4 for it, if that. Yeah. And if it's partially scratched, they're not going to give me that much at all. They're going to give me like 99 cents on it. So it doesn't make sense. So now it's just like, now I go to a Goodwill and I see a bunch of games that aren't sports games. Could be like family-based games and stuff like that. I'm like, I'm still not buying it. Even if it's at $1.99, I'm like, it just doesn't make sense. So it's just like, now my justifications are, it has to be a game that I'm like, ooh, I haven't seen this one in a while. That's probably like a $20 game. I know I'm not going to keep it for the collection, but I know I can use that as trade bait later on down the road when I'm at a retro store and they have a banger title. I can just stockpile that stuff. And that's kind of my thought process on it now. But back in the day, man, I was just scooping everything. I didn't care. I was like, yeah, I'll take it all.
Yeah, because you get so excited about like finding stuff. And like he said, like, here's like, it'd be cool to see some stats. I'm not that good at math, so
I can do that.
He probably could.
We could do that. We could do a collab video, and I'll do the percentages and ratios of the stores visited, and then
that's gonna be nice. Yeah, especially the people from the outside looking in. It's like, oh, this motherfucker be going there and finding shit every single day, every single time. I was like, nah. Just like you said, sometimes you'll go 2-3 weeks, a month without finding anything.
I would probably say we would need to do that for a decent sample size. We can't just do that once. We would need to do that like over a course of a month.
Yeah, it would have to be
all the same spots. So we dedicate, like, if we say these are the stores we want to go to those same exact stores, so we have an even amount.
Yeah, I about to say something like that to get the necessary data that you guys need. You probably has to be like a video planned out like a month in advance.
Yeah.
Yeah, that will probably be good.
Like 3 weeks the minimum, a month, honestly.
I would say a month would be good. That's a good sample size, especially if you're going like, let's say, if we decided that we were going on a Saturday, and then we go 4 or 5 Saturdays in a row.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Right.
After
So
the
then
weekend,
and then you've got what 10 to 12 stores that you're going to,
because you just don't know. It's so many factors too. Because it's like it's timing.
Yep.
It's seasonal.
Yep.
It's luck.
Yep.
Look and timing. Also, putting money aside.
Yep.
If they make the game $4, then sometimes you come in the game is $2.
Yeah.
Then sometimes it's $7.
Yeah.
You just don't. It's so much stuff. You got to roll with it. I had me in this, and I know I can say for myself, I didn't see the changes over the years at every game. I really think I've been going to Goodwill straight every day for the last 4 years, probably.
COVID was really where it was. Well, yeah, a little bit after COVID. That's where it really kind of.
No, because you know what? Not every day, but I even before COVID, when I first started getting the Goodwill Computer Works here in Dallas, right before they shut down, they used to have all the games. And what they'll do, people will go there and get the games, and they'll roll all the games out, right?
Reading the comment from Pixel.
Damn, Keith, why are you doing me like that?
He think he good at counting money. He like Scrooge McDuck, just counting shit. But they'll bring the games out, then they'll get everybody playing cards, and then people pick it like you get to pick the first one or something like that, and then and after everybody go around 2 times, and then it's a free fall, everybody gets stuff. But then they have an overstock of different games like this stuff, and then it just got shut down, and they never. Then it just went to other places. But yeah, it's wild.
And what year was this?
That was 2017, 18.
So that's right around the time that the Shop Goodwill started popping off.
Oh,
right. So that's when the website really started popping off, because like there was,
and also too they popped out because of us. But
there was like the big thing. The big thing was there was like an article. I think it was 2018-19, where there was a sealed Zelda on NES that got sold for like 20 or 30,000. So this is right around the time where we started seeing like the whole WATA graded thing going crazy.
Oh, I see it now. It said Goodwill sale. That was 2021.
2021. Okay.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
Goodwill sales still copy NES Legends for.
Okay. Whoa. Okay. I didn't know. $400K.
God.
I didn't know it was $400K. Holy hell.
Almost $500,000. God.
So like, and think of it this way, right? So whoever bought this probably had all intentions on getting this graded, and probably didn't make that money back because they bought it at that price raw. That's the biggest problem I have with Goodwill on the website, is the auctions get stupid. Like I'm like,
they overbid. I think
they overbid like a mofo.
Yeah, they
and
do.
then the shipping cost is insane.
Insane.
Ship that shit. What? How much we talking?
Like, bro, like okay, so
$18 for a fucking game.
I want to bid on an Xbox game for like $10, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, ooh, I need this game. I haven't been able to find it in a store or anything like that. The shipping was like $20. I'm like, for this small game?
Yeah.
I was like, what? So now I'm paying $30.
That's
$30 for a
I
game.
just bought some from them. I'm not paying for it. I said, forget that. Yeah, just shipping was $18 for a game that was more than I could go buy this on eBay and save money.
Yeah. So like, I always so whenever I go on Shop Goodwill, so I had to learn the hustle. So anytime that you're on Shop Goodwill, you also have to think about the tax, the shipping of the game. So if the tax and shipping is more than what the game is worth, that's a no-go. Mm-hmm. So if your bids go double the cost of what it is on price charting, and then you're also tacking on another $15 to $20 for shipping, you've already lost on that. So you have to make sure that you're actually going for a title that actually makes sense money-wise. So that's why I don't buy on there anymore. Like back in the day, it was just like, I'm new to this. I just want games and blah, blah, blah. And I didn't care. But I'm like, dang, I'm paying all this money for some shipping. I'm like, nah, we're not doing that.
You know, as more as you do this, like game hunt in different places, it's levels to it. You know, like sometimes you all first you want to get everything, then you sell it, get everything, and then you go back like, okay, I'm satisfied with this. And then you go to the point like, I don't need to go every day. Then you go every day, and then you find something big, and you want to go every day again. It's like a roller coaster. Now I'm at the point like you said earlier, if I see a game, I'm like, okay, Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Do I really want another copy of that?
Exactly.
And but then you have to think about this, like, all right, do I want it for my collection or do I want to like sell it? So I actually got 2 copies of it. So I mean, because it's a good game, especially on PlayStation 3. And whenever I see Call of Duty 2, I always get it because it's an easy like $5 games or $7 game sale, but still, it's stuff like that. Now if I see Connect Ventures,
the damn Connect Ventures.
I ain't get Connect Ventures.
Our Connect Animals.
To your point there, like even Call of Duty games, I started treating those like sports games now because they're just a dime a dozen. You see them, right? And the value for Black Ops 2 or
it's still kind of not super high, but
the justifications by a lot of Goodwills is like, well, I'm going to sell this for $4.99 or $5.99 or $6.99.
Yeah,
I'm not paying $6.99 for a $7 or $8 game. That's a loss.
Yeah,
it doesn't make sense.
If it's $2, I'll pay it.
Here's a good question, here's a good question. So game cons versus stores, obviously better deals. Fines at stores maybe is the value of cons and looking for specific things for the collection.
Ooh, you go ahead and answer that first.
So I would say this, right?
Mm-hmm.
I get better deals going to cons because a lot of times the thought process there, especially on day 2, the thought process is we have these vendors that come in and bring this huge, massive bulk of games. A lot of times they don't want to pack all that mess back and take it home, so they want to get rid of it.
I've experienced that.
So, like my very first con, I didn't learn about the negotiating and all that piece until the very end. I didn't know I could just go out and be like, hey, would you take it for this amount of money? And they're like, oh yeah, I'll do that. I'm like, I could have saved myself a couple $100 my very first con because I went ham. I was buying all kind of games, Nintendo, Dreamcast, Sega. I was buying everything, but I could have saved myself a lot of money and then could have put that towards additional games. The thing about game stores is like, if you're a repeat customer, you're like one of those customers that comes in like, every week and you know them. I think that's where you start seeing the deals because you're a frequent customer and you spend money in those stores and you become a valued customer to those business owners. That's where I see the deals started being made. Like, hey, do you need this game? Hey, I'll hold it for you. Or hey, you know what? You bought all this, you get this for free, right? That's those kind of relationships that you build. The cons, I see the better deals just because, you're used and you're accustomed to going to your local stores every week and you see the same crap or you see that one occasional thing, but guess what? Everybody in town's looking for that same game. So it gets scooped up if you don't get there in time. So the cons gives you a better opportunity to find the more obscure games and then potentially make the deals on. That's just my thought process.
What about you, Megan?
To add to what Ness was saying, I pretty much have the exact same experience because a lot of retro stores I go to, especially like some of the new ones around here, since they were new, I didn't technically know like a lot of people there. So it's like, all right, I'll start shopping here, especially the place that's close by where I am now. It's called Nerds World. I frequent there like at least once a week or every other week. And to add to what Ness was saying, that's why I started seeing like a lot of deals because you remember I sent you guys a picture in the group chat about that Space Marines they had on PS3. I was like, oh man, I finally found one, but these motherfuckers want $80 for it. I ain't trying to spend a ton of money for it. And then like literally as I was like talking to you guys, I was sitting I was in the store. I was like, man, I want this, but I don't want to pay $80 for it. And the owner overheard me. So you looking at Space Marines? I was like, yeah. He was like, I can't cut your deal on it. It's like 50. I was like, let me get back to you on that. But I should have took him on his deal because the next day that shit was gone. So to what Ness was saying, whenever you frequent to a lot of places and they know you like that, because I shop there, like I said, at least once or twice a week. that's when you start seeing deals like that come up. And then that also goes back into you just being like a valued customer. So if you spend money there, of course, you'll start seeing more of the deals show up. And then when it comes to cons, it's been a minute since I went to one. I think the last one I went to was like 2023, early 2023. That one thing about waiting the last days, you start packing stuff up, just start going, just start doing negotiating. That shit's real, because there was a lot of stuff that people definitely didn't want to come back. Because I think I talked to you about it, Steve. Remember, like a couple years back, I think there was one seller. I think it was at Retropalooza, the one that was in Virginia, I think.
No, the one in Palooza's in Dallas.
The Palooza. It was one of them. It was one of them that was in Virginia, but there was this one guy. He had the Jack and Dexter, the limited run.
I had those. I should never own those.
The collector's editions, he had those things. He had them marked for $100, but he had them marked incorrectly. But his wife was the one who was operating the store. And then my dumb ass had the nerve to say, "Do you think he'll work with me on that price?" She was like, "I'll let you get back to me. I'll let you get back to me." And he had to come back around, like circle back around till he comes back. I should have just bought him right then and there because they mispriced them. Did you want like 600? Did you want $600 from him? I was like, shit, I shouldn't have said anything. That's what I get for being a good Samaritan. So situations like that happen too. So
I'm gonna get to this question in just a minute, but
but
definitely I want to talk about like it says game cons versus store. So I think they go hand in hand, right?
mm-hmm.
Because this is my formula. I start with the Goodwills, the GameStops, and the thrift stores or the pawn shops. That's where I build my inventory to trade stuff at. So I have a big trade pile of stuff that I'm just gonna take stuff, right? Then I take that to a game store, and now if I can't find something at a game store or they want too less, then or they gonna like give me what I want, then I save it till I go to a con. Then I find a person at a con and say, "Hey, you need inventory for your booth or something that I want." And then I talk to them and I say, "Hey, so I have these right here. What are you willing to work?" And say, "What do you want?" And I say, "I really want this, and this right here." And I say, what is your trade budget? What is your trade allowance? Some people say 50, some people say 70, some people say, "Hey man, just do straight trade." I said, okay. I love people do straight trade, especially those are people who you want to go to and talk to and do business with, because one, they have a lot of shit. They have a lot of, they just really good. They're not trying to make money. They already have money. Those people already have money. They want to like help a gamer out. And also too, they want you like sometimes, I ain't saying like I'm just somebody, they want you like, hey, promote, say something nice, like get it out when I come here. That helps them out too. You're helping each other out, you have an audience. They don't, and some people say, oh, because you're a YouTuber. Like, yeah, sometimes, but you don't just use it as, now I have seen some of them use, oh, hey, you don't know who I am. I'm this person right here. I have heard people and seen other YouTubers do that, and they kind of fall off the wayside. But I think you have to use all of that that knowledge or that system together. It's just not like one thing is better. They all work together, because you have to think of people think when game collecting is like, okay, like for this right here, I'm done, I got this. I'm thinking 3 or 4 steps ahead. I have a goal like this right here. Like I want a Neo Geo game. It's like, well, I ain't said this game is not $800. This game is like best $200, but it was brown at. But say that, right? So I'm thinking like, okay, what do I need? I need to get some Wii Sports. I need to get some this. I need some that. But what else do I want to get? And I already calculated in my head. If I get this game is worth, say this game is $50. I'll say, okay, I know this is $25 right there I'm getting. So I put that over there and I count it up and everything up in the price chart, and then half that, and then I just started half, and then I started, at 40% and 30% like that, to see what I got. You can get better deals at cons because you can talk to people and they want to get stuff out, or you can trade other people at a con or something like this. Hey man, oh yeah, I traded with somebody, like, oh yeah, you got that, I trade you this, okay, cool. It just so much better bargaining at a convention, but at a store you can do the same thing too. You just got to be what you want, like the toys and stuff I get. I know I trade them right now, but later on I might or trade with somebody else or on Facebook or something. It's all this stuff works together in a circle. So there you go.
I mean, if I may go to that question from One Def.
Okay. Oh, right here. This right here. Does it get expensive?
So
spending money
like,
every week.
Don't get me wrong. Like, you know, when we say go into a store every week, that doesn't necessarily mean we're buying every week.
Yeah, no.
Right. So that it's more in terms of
shopping is a thing, people. It's $3.99.
The relationship building is like when we say frequent customer, you're going in, and it's not just us looking around, it's us having conversations with the employees, the people that own the store.
Yep.
That's how you build a relationship. Like,
and you're not doing it so you can get something. You're doing it because you're being genuine. Actually, like
being genuine. Like Steve and I both, we have I mean, there's a couple of retro stores. Like there's one in general that him and I actually met at.
Yeah.
But the store owner knows us both. But hell, half the time I just go and travel just to talk.
Mm-hmm.
It's just because like, hey man, I haven't seen y'all in a couple of weeks. How y'all been? And I'm in there for an hour talking, and we're just talking about games. We're talking about life. You know, business might be slow. I mean, they have customers rolling in and out, and then I'm like, hey, y'all do your thing. I'll walk around the store and look at stuff. But you know, that's the kind of relationship that I'm talking about that you build with, you know, I'm not saying that you're going to do that at your local GameStop, but that's more your retro video game stores. In some cases, some of those stores are actually stores that are probably going to be at your local cons sometimes too, because they're going to bring inventory from those stores and probably be worth, you know, doing that too. Now, in terms of buying games on a budget, right? So
set a budget.
Yes, right. So
set money aside.
Set money aside.
The most important aspect.
If it's super hard and you're like, because I'll be honest, like people make these jokes in the comments, and you know, Steve makes comments like, Ness is rich. Ness is rich. Ness used to live check to check and barely could afford to eat at night. So it's like the blessings. I worked hard to get where I'm at, but there was a time where my friends were like, man, we're going to get that new game. Ness, you going to get on it? I can't afford that game. I can't afford this $60 game.
That's why I love trading. I love the trade.
Trades are the key.
I love the trade.
I wasn't in the mix of learning how to trade and anything like that. So now I'm in a better place in my life. But when it comes to budget, right? You need to set aside some goals. I think I had this on one of my previous videos on my channel. It's like when you're looking at building a collection, what do you want? Are you wanting just a quality amount of games? Do you want a quantity amount? I would lean more towards the quality, right? Because those are the ones that are going to resonate the most with you. Just going out and buying 1,000 games that are just going to sit on a shelf, that I'm past that stage. I'm at a stage now where I'm like, okay, I have a goal to get these 3 games. I know what the average cost of those games are going to be.
Mm-hmm.
What are 2 of the easiest ways I can get those games? How do I accumulate the cash for that?
And you already did it last year, boy.
You know,
you did it good.
I made the justification for a big title last year, and it was, okay, I have all these other games on other consoles. Am I willing to sacrifice a large portion of my collection for that one game, or is it not worth it? To me, it was worth it. So I sacrificed a large portion of my collection for a game, for a console that I primarily collect for. And I said, okay, I can go back and potentially find these games one day, but it probably won't be to the extent that I originally collected them for. So that's one way. Now, if you don't have the inventory, if you don't have the kind of inventory to sell your games, and you're just starting from scratch, now that's a completely different avenue. Start small. Like we all want to build, we want to fill a shelf and all that. That comes in time. But if it's more in terms of a budget and money, whether it's setting aside $5 a week, $10 a week, and at the end of the month, or $1 a day, whatever you want to do, whatever goal that you're trying to do in terms of saving, do that first. And then at the end of the month, see where your money's at. And if you haven't hit your goal, do it week 2. Do it for your second month. And then start doing it that way. Or third could be you're saving that money and then you acquire games from locations where you know that they're going to be cheap. Like Steve, where you can go to thrift stores and he may have a small amount of money, but he'll go and find these games on the cheap. Now you stockpile these, and now you can go and trade and get those games or multiple games with the stockpiled amount of games that you've accumulated over a month or two. That's just a couple of different ways that you can think about it. Hopefully that helps.
It's a saying. I want to make sure I get it right, but let me see. Hold on. I think it's like opportunity shows up. It was a opportunity shows up in overalls, something like that. Expect you to work. Basically, it's something to that. I gotta find it, but basically, look at opportunities. Like I don't just yes, I love making GameStop videos, but I guess like this, the opportunity is there to make money or build your collection up. People look down on like I had some people in the comments, not everybody, but a lot of people in the comments was just like, why I want this junk, why I want these toys, why I want this stuff. All right, you don't have to get it, but somebody else is going to get it, and they're going to put it on eBay and make some money. I mean, or they're going to take those toys, shirts, games, whatever they're going to get, and flip that to get something they want. I wanted this right here, King of Fighters 96, right? Game is becoming extremely difficult to find for the Neo Geo. This game is roughly, I say a four digit game. So like four digits. I sold a lot of my games, and I sold my Wii U kiosk to get that game.
Oh, that's right. You did sell that. You just said that.
And money didn't come out of my pocket. I didn't have money to get out of my pocket at that time because the game popped up and an opportunity came up. So what did I do? I sold a lot of stuff, and I sold a lot of like filler and even some good games and games like, you know what, I can go back and get those so I can get this. Now that was a goal I wanted to do, but I'm used to doing that. A lot of gamers or collectors or hoarders, I just say that, don't like to sell stuff. They want to hold on to everything. And to double back to life, like you don't know when a fire, a storm, or someone takes something out and take everything away from you. So enjoy while you can. Like these people be fighting about the stuff. It was a really great collector. His name was Jeremy, I forget, Pond or something like that. But he put out a really sad tweet that he had like he collects like wrestling figures and all kind of toy figures and a lot of collectibles. He had like one-of-one stuff, and he lost it all in the fire. And I was like, oh my gosh. It just made me think about it.
You can have everything one day and gone the next. Like that shit.
Yeah, my goodness. Like it's great. And I always say, because I don't play a lot of games like I used to, especially last year. I was building up my channel and I was really working hard on it. I'm still working hard, but I get enjoyment and excitement from driving to stores, talking to people, getting stories. One of my favorite stories last year happened with Ness. I got that Double Dragon, and I went over his house and then beat him in it. Jimmy. That shit. Jimmy.
They literally found some people like off the side of the streets. Like, you like games? Yeah, come voice in it. Okay.
Jimmy. But it's really like there's stories like that, opportunity like that. I would never forget how he got that game, how it came along, and I was happy to like put all that together, help him put it together. It wasn't just because of me, but like it was like this timing and like
I
it's so great.
He was the first person I reached out to because I was like, dude, there's a opportunity to get a extremely rare game that I've been wanting. I don't want a repro. I don't want a conversion. I have it emulated, but I want this game. And I was like, but I don't have the cash for this, and I don't want to do anything stupid and pull money out of other places and all this stuff. I don't want to do that. He's like, man, have you thought about selling your games? And I'm like, oh, I can't do that. But mind you, I had been talking about consolidating my games, all the filler crap that I had, and I was like, I want to just keep all the quality. But for me to come up across and fork over the money for a game like that, I had to give up some heavy titles too. So, and I didn't give myself a lot of time to really think. I gave myself about 3 days. It's not a long time.
No, it's not.
Steve's recommendation for me in the past, if I wanted to trade or get something else, he's like, take it off your shelf so it's out of sight, out of mind. And if you look at your shelf and you see that empty spot and you're okay with it being gone, then you're willing to let it go. I mean, that would have required me wiping out almost all of my shelves. So I just left them there on the shelf, and I sat here and really thought about it. I discussed it with my wife, and she was like, I don't understand. For her, it was an investment of time, effort, and money for me to go out and find all these games and build this library, this collection that she had grown to love. She had come in, and it was like a talking point for her with guests that would come over to the house and like, let me show you Ness's room. This is his video game room. And they're like, oh my gosh. And now she was like, it feels empty in here. It doesn't feel the same. And I'm like, damn. I'm like, you're making me feel bad about this decision.
Like, this is the man who I fell in love with.
Yeah,
Hold on, wait a minute.
you're making me feel bad about this. But she's like, look, I don't get I don't understand the process behind, you having to sell all your games. I'm like, well, we do not have the money to buy this. I want this. This is the best opportunity for me to get this game. So let me just sell them.
Yeah.
And she was like, do what you want. And I'm like, okay. But then when I got the game and she saw how happy I was, she's like, okay, I think I get it. I think I understand. I see how happy you are and how it's like a milestone for you to have that.
Yeah. It's different. It's a different mindset.
Yeah.
I've been fighting that mindset for years because I would get stuff and sell it, get stuff traded, get stuff, and people like, why the whole point of collecting is to gather all this stuff, and I just buck the whole system.
Yeah.
And that makes me different. And also too, in a weird way, some people don't like me for that, and that's really stupid because I don't base my identity on what I have, because it can change at any moment. That's why I'm always comfortable. Even it was so far, I laugh at it now, but even this, when I second time I sold my Neo Geo stuff, we're like, man, what? Wow. But then you saw that I could always get it. I ain't say always get it back, but I'm pretty good at getting it back. I'm confident in I can get it back because the games, they do seek me out.
I can, bruh, they practically fall in this man's lap. I don't understand how but you're very vocal, right? So you're very visible.
Yes,
on social media. So people see you and, you make these posts like, just acquired this and just got this, everybody's like, oh my God, so it's like, I'm not like that. I'm a Leo. I love the attention. So I don't need the attention, even though I'm, on YouTube and, but even from an Instagram perspective, I don't post a lot until I have something to post, or if I want to talk about something. But it's, you have the better opportunities of finding games than I do, but you also go about acquiring them differently than me.
And also time.
Oh yeah,
you have a lot more time than I do. Like, I have a day job. Like, you can go out any time of day.
I'm retired from the military, so
so there's some serious differences between you and then the majority of us, including in the chat, that have day jobs, the 9 to 5, and families. We don't get that amount of time to go out and hunt for these games. That's why I say, like, Saturdays, I get up early because my family likes to sleep in. So my wife and daughter like to sleep in. I'm like, well, I'm out. My wife wakes up and she's like, you're gone already? I'm like, well, I don't want to sit here and wait for you to get ready for the day. I would rather hit 5 stores before you even wake up. And then by the time I make it back home, hey, let's go to lunch. That's more what, and then, the conversation is, what'd you find? I'm like, I didn't find anything. And she's like, how many stores did you hit? I'm like, 10. You didn't find anything? Like, it was dry. And
it'd be that way.
It'd be like that.
It'd be desert dry.
Desert dry.
I remember that. Remember, I think it was last year. Remember that it was like what 2-3 months of just desert dry stuff. You're like, where the games at, man?
I was like, I might be giving up on this.
It was so dry. It was so dry. I was like, where are these games?
It'd be like you be in that mindset. It's like, oh hell yeah, because it'd be that way a lot. Because remember, we're in a group chat with this man, so every time he'd be like, yeah, guys, I found this, and I found that. Because I told him the other day, I was like, shit, if he found all this, let me go and find something.
Yeah.
But
You did. He would have found something.
The same day and the day after, I went to 3 Goodwills and that GameStop I told you guys about. I ain't find that. Well, that one GameStop I found something, but those Goodwills, nothing.
Yeah.
Jack shit.
Only
thing I saw in there that gave me pause was a sealed copy of a Extremely Goofy Movie soundtrack. That was it. Everything else was just.
But hey, if you were one of these GameStop haters, you wouldn't have found that N64 and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that shit was good. Even before that, you remember you remember when I found that SNK versus Capcom versus SNK 2 in that
Oh,
Def Jam?
yeah.
That was the last time I had a hot streak. That was.
I was like, he found that
3
Def
months
Jam.
ago?
Oh my, Fight for New York. What was like $99, wasn't it?
It was like 90. Shit, that's better than paying $200 on like eBay and Macari shit.
Oh yeah,
99. I said, I'll take that. Hell yeah, I'll take
it
that.
was complete, wasn't it?
It was complete. Matter, hold on, wait a minute.
I could have swore it was complete. I could have swore it was complete.
I think it was complete. That like that all day long. That's when I found that Pokemon Coliseum. I bought that all day long. Finding that stuff, boy. He's like you outgoing and more reserved.
And there was, I don't know if you got see, but
I don't even know. That's a good question.
He said,
the front of this, it's actually no scratches. It almost feels like it's brand new.
God damn.
And then the inside, the only thing you could probably notice is wrong with it. Like you see the front of the disc has like that. Hold on, kind of has like cracks on it on the front of it. There we go. See those cracks? That probably came from like some heat damage or something like that.
It still plays.
Good. Oh, it still plays. And then the back of it,
looking good.
Dang.
Ain't shit on there.
I would probably say that Mega's probably.
But you got Xeno Crisis 3 on the screen or something?
That's Xenoblade 3. Probably saw that from the screensaver. Yes, sir.
Oh,
what would you say, Steve? Mega's the most outgoing?
yeah, he's more outgoing than you are.
Oh, definitely. I'm the most reserved out of the group. Yeah.
You know, I'm sorry. I always tell people, I'm glad you came in my life because you definitely can't hop balls. I'm glad you entered my life. Because no, seriously.
Whoa. Wait a minute.
No, hold on. Not that way. No, because like you really helped me chill out last year. Really helped me chill out.
I was about to start playing in the background. Like, hold on, man. You gotta laugh.
Man.
You really helped me chill out last year because I was like, "Ooh, boy."
Yeah.
And
that first half of the year, I was like, "Good lord."
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm the most reserved, so I'm just
Not that day you was all mad and shit. That was funny.
Oh yeah.
I don't get mad very often, but when I do, it's like it gets bad. So I just and they kind of caught me on one of those days. It was just like everything was just wrong in the world. Work, just everything. They just caught me on one of those days.
He was like,
he was laughing. He was like, "Dang, I ain't never seen you like this." He called me, but what's wrong with you, man? I'm like, bro, I took a week off of work. I was like,
he was so mad. He was like, why you so?
I was mad.
He was just so mad. He just typing mad.
For someone who doesn't get mad, it's just like I don't think I secretly bottle up, a lot of anger and all that stuff. But it just sometimes that shit just seeps through. Sometimes, man, That's why I like games. That's why I like video games. It calms me down. Like I think that's the whole purpose of having all this shit is because
it's a happy place.
It's my happy place.
When I walk in this room, especially when I cut all the lights out, like the lights back here, it's peaceful.
It's my vibes, man.
I'm just like,
man.
I burn a candle. I sit here and just vibe out. Just look and like. Even though the Neo Geo games are expensive as shit, I like go there and like Superman to be looking at this shit like this, but like
He be in there
He
looking
just-
like he got a Ferrari in the garage. Be like,
I be just like, for real. No, nothing else could tell you the truth. Like, it's something beautiful about them damn cases in the games. In the
Oh
artwork.
my god, I'm
It's-
like Superman. This bitch.
I be sitting there just looking like, I did this shit. Yeah.
you know, I think that that you could say that for any collection to be honest.
Yeah, you can't say that for any
right?
collection.
Because
You proud of your collection, guys. I think you know what. There's one thing about talking about Facebook stuff. We as collectors, we love to show off our collection. We do. We love to show off, especially guys. We love to show what we get. We do.
the biggest thing about it too is because when you meet like-minded individuals that have the same hobby,
Mhm.
all different, races, backgrounds, all that stuff, and y'all have that common ground to just talk about the games and all that stuff. That's the best part of it. Forget all the toxic BS and all the nonsense online, but it's just like when you actually meet somebody that's like, man, have you played this game? I'm like, yeah. Do you remember that back when we were like 6? I'm like, yes. Like, how did that make you feel? It's like those kind of conversations are what, for me, keep me going in this hobby. Because I'll be honest, like I bounce in my hobbies. I'm like, I'm in and out. Like I'm in a hobby for like 6 to 8 months, and then I'm like, okay, I need a break. I'll go to another hobby to keep me busy. This is the longest I have done a hobby in terms of collecting anything, because I have a lot of collecting hobbies. This is the longest one by far.
That's why you get all of us get along so well, because we all kind of similar like that. We all kind of like the similar shit, especially our group chat. We all kind of like games, we like cars, other stuff, food. Just like we all kind of like the similar shit,
Yeah.
I really like it. Like it's kind of scary too, because like I'll be like, dang, I don't want him to think I just like because he like the GTR thing, GTR shit, like
oh no, I
yeah,
love
like
GTRs, bro. Like
yeah, I know, but I'm saying like the colors and stuff, like
yeah,
it just it's oh shit, it's funny, just like just when I say I'm like I don't want to say I like it because motherfucker might say I like the same thing too.
No,
Sometimes.
because think of it this way too. Like when we're on the game, right? If we're playing a game and we're online, and we just so happen to get like in some open party, and someone starts talking, and then your team is mopping the floor with the other team, and then y'all are like vibing, like, man, it was a good match, and then y'all start having this conversation. You're like, man, get my gamer tag. Yeah. And then it turns into like, man, you gonna be on tomorrow? Yeah, I'll be on tomorrow. What time? All right, cool. I'll see you then. Yeah. And then that turns and escalates into month 1, month 2, a year. Y'all been playing together, and now y'all are having these personal conversations about family and friends and all that, and it turns into like one of your best friends is online and playing like it.
Yep,
that's a legit thing, man. It's like, yeah, you have that portion of it when you're collecting games and all that, and y'all have those same similarities, but when you're also playing them, that's the life right there.
It is so last
like like when Zelda's on, like he'll tell you, like him and his wife hearing my daughter grow up over the Xbox mic for 14 years straight.
That's
from
dope.
Changing diapers and her turning off the Xbox when she could barely walk, and I get back on the party chat and they all cracking up at me because she didn't turn off my Xbox.
She turned off me and Halo.
Bleep. Yeah, mid match. I'm like, no, bloop, bloop.
That's hilarious, man. It's so hilarious.
Those are all my best memories, is video games, man. I'm telling you, it's just, I don't know, man. It's just, that's my zen. That's my vibes.
Yeah, when you find your people and stuff, it's real beneficial. And I can see why, like, a lot of people have their crews and stuff like that. So
yeah.
People, I get it. I really do. I do get it. It's great. It's really great. It's just, I'm thinking in my stage right now, I'm in more of the like collecting and playing, because I've been playing all my life. Like, people like, hey, you played this? Like, motherfucker, I grew up with this. I played before you, boy. I'm having them conversations with
your old ass.
No. Somebody said something about like X-Men Legends. I said, you don't play it? I said, motherfucker, I bought that before you was born. Oh, you was a kid. I did not like. damn. And I get up here because every day now I'm like, man, I'm closer to 50 than almost. Like I don't look at it, but I'm like, I gotta start enjoying stuff. Like I'm back into like keeping shit in boxes and stuff like that. I'm trying to enjoy it and trying to play it now. I don't keep stuff in boxes. Like the PlayStation I just got, I took that shit out the box, put it in and so I can look at it.
Mm-hmm.
You tired?
I don't want it in a box, but I want it outside the box in a glass case.
Yeah, I do.
I just want to be able to look at that motherfucker.
Look at that motherfucker. Look at it. Look at it.
I just want to have it in cases and having the cases lick my lips like, I look at it then.
Man, shit, the stress level I try to get them things is shit.
Yeah,
It was stressful. Getting a PlayStation 30th anniversary was stressful. It's so stressful. That was stressful. I was like, we was all in chat. Like, did you get it? Going? Oh, motherfucker, I didn't get that shit. Like, it's going up again. Oh, it's sold out. Like, it was trying to 30th anniversary pro. That was even more stressful.
Boy.
Woo.
That was beyond stressful, bro. That's like waking up for the exams the following morning. You ain't study for shit. You just like, oh man, I just pray. I just pray that God is on my side this morning. Remember in the group chat, I was like, hey Steve, we could probably gonna have to form a prayer circle or some shit because
I know, right?
I don't think we getting that shit.
We showed it. Did y'all get it? We sent it live for the goddamn all us on the chat. You still I'm still live. We got 2 phones open, a tablet.
I had my
2
phone,
windows
my
open.
computer. I had my phone, my computer, my work laptop, my personal laptop. I had 4 or 5 different devices open. I had the web app open on my PlayStation. Nigga, I was trying to get.
I was petty as hell. Like I had the queue open on 2 laptops and my phone, and I was like, I was being petty because I'm like, man, if I get through before they do, and I tell them that I got through, and I'm like, all right, I'm about to exit out.
I'll be so mad.
I know, and I was gonna do it just to piss y'all off because I didn't want one. I'm like, yo,
you asshole. That's why I'm glad you didn't go through.
I didn't get through. I was like, damn, this shit.
See, that's why you be finding shit, doing something like that.
But I didn't put that out there in the universe. I never said anything. I just now.
But no, you put in your mind, so it does.
Well, hey, I kept it. It was.
It bit down. But no, that was crazy because man. Okay, so we talking about most of y'all. Y'all got some questions. Y'all put it in the chat. But the 30th anniversary, that shit was crazy. Like, okay, this was so messed up, right? I wanted the Pro so bad. I logged in. I made it through the line on the PlayStation side, right? I could have got everything except for the Pro, right? But I'm still trying to get the Pro. My butt got kicked out, and then I got back in, and the controller sold out. The Edge sold out, and the other. I only got one controller really quick. I got that from Walmart, and then got one for PlayStation. All the other stuff I had to wait for the second round to Walmart to get that. And then Walmart was tripping. If you didn't check out with PayPal at Walmart, they were canceling some people's orders. And I was like, man. I got the portal from PlayStation.com, and that's the only thing I got from them. And it was like, might as well get it. I'm glad I got it, but man, it was stressful.
So, do you feel that the Switch 2 is going to have
no
like that?
I think they're gonna have enough supply. I think Nintendo's gonna short supply for the first, run, but I think they're gonna have enough because I think they're in production right now. Like you said, like it'll probably be like say March, April, and then get it. And then probably have 2 SKUs, but I think it's gonna be enough to get because they're gonna have games and stuff. Because Nintendo been ready; they've probably been working the heck out of these in these factories and getting stuff done and ready for them. So,
how do you think the queue system? Do you think they're gonna go by a queue system?
Most definitely. I think if you buy from Nintendo, I think they're gonna use your Nintendo ID to buy it and get one per household, and then everybody else is just whatever like Walmart, Best Buy, and all that stuff. You'll be able to get through. But it's going. Oh no, this is going to be more in demand than the 30th anniversary. Well, I think it's going to have the same level of demand because that 30th anniversary Pro really that thing broke the internet. This it's going to be in high demand. This and then GTA 6 is going to be in high demand this year.
I'm pretty sure we're not going to need to worry about physical
GT
copy of GTA 6.
No, but the physical copy.
It's
But
probably
for
gonna
the,
be collector's editions. That's probably gonna be
if it's a collector's
Yeah,
edition,
the collector's
if it's a,
edition.
like
Yeah.
bundles and shit. Yeah, that's those are gonna be.
I really do think it's going to be a collector's. I think it's going to be a collector's edition Pro. I really do think it's going to happen.
I think there is. I think there is.
I think it's going to come with like different side, like the Spider-Man one. It's going to have plates. I think it's going to be a one. I really do think so.
It's gonna be.
It's going to be $7. It's going to be at $700.
Oh, you're talking about a Pro. Okay, I'm tripping.
Yeah, Pro. Yeah.
I'm talking about like collector's edition, just like the game itself.
Oh no, I think it'll be a collector's edition too. Also,
It's like 200, 250.
yeah,
Okay.
250. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's gonna be limited because they do good collector's editions. I still see that bank, that money bank thing that they have.
Yeah, the little safe box thing.
I feel like the Rockstar.
The duffel bag thing that came with for GTA.
Yeah.
5. Mhm.
And then also, you never forget, the best one of all time, that bully dodgeball. I still want one of them
I
joints.
didn't even know that thing existed until I saw. Yeah, it was Retro Palooza. Yeah, it was one of Retro Palooza I went to. Like until I saw it there, I was like, damn, I had no idea this shit existed.
I had it.
It was
I
cool
had
too.
it and threw it.
It was an actual kickball. I said, man, I should have. Where was this shit? Because this is one of my favorite games, man. I should have bought it. But
I
he
bet
was
it's
like
still
$400
expensive.
for it. I said, nah, I want. I ain't paying $400 for it.
He said he wanted 40. I would have paid that.
No. He said he wanted $400 for it. Yeah, I was like, I love Buddy, not that goddamn much. Not that much.
Some of these prices, bro. Like I'd be wondering sometimes when I see some like on eBay and online. I'm like, where did we come up with this price? Like, where did we get this from? Like, where's the data that says that this is worth $500? Like,
Man,
oh yeah, someone bought this for 500 like last month. I'm like, where?
Since we started seeing those crazy listings of that one person who sold sealed Super Mario Brothers for like 200,000, was like 200,000, something like that. That was just Super Mario Bros. Sold this much. Well, I got plenty of Super Mario Brothers. I wanted,
Yeah,
man, that just sort of, it overflipped the market more than what it already had to be.
Damn, people still want 400 for this thing.
For what?
I see one on eBay, $400 scholarship edition. I mean, special
for
edition.
the locker thing with the Dodge. Yeah, that shit expensive, man.
you also gotta
that's
remember like
expensive.
them eBay fees be killing people now, man.
Mhm.
Like,
They do.
the sellers, they gotta tack on the extra cash for them eBay fees. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, that's the main reason I started selling my car like that, because unlike eBay, the fact that I gotta pay a end of the month fee for that shit, I said I can't do that. And them shits be like 40, 50, 60 bucks. Last time I sold something on eBay was back in 2019. I said I can't do this shit anymore. I had to pay $90 for a service fee. Just
Oh,
to
hell
sell.
no.
Yeah, I said nah.
I
Well, Macari, it is, we sell it for this month. This is our cut, and this is what you get.
I
rock
haven't
with it.
had good experience. I had my experience with Macari is like 50-50. Like I've had like two good,
Like it's a buyer or a seller.
as I don't sell anything. So it's from a
Okay.
buyer perspective, it's like
Okay.
I've done two sellers that have been really good, and then
Mhm.
there was one that I bought a sealed game thinking they were like, oh, it's mint, it's all this, and I got that thing was torn and shredded. I'm like, yo, I contacted Macari straight away, and they were like, oh
No,
yeah, that's not what it is.
I forgot to post this in the group chat, but this happened like a minute ago. This happened like 2 months ago. I was under the assumption I was getting Sonic Unleashed for the PS3,
Mhm.
and then the guy said, "All right, it's shipped. It should be there by next Tuesday." It got here.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Here it is. Well,
You ain't send it back.
I won't say it got here, but he sent an item, but it wasn't what I fucking ordered. Instead of getting Sonic Unleashed, this is what I got. What? I said, now I must have sound like, bro, what the fuck is this? Like, I clearly ordered Sonic Unleashed. You sent me Paw Patrol on a Roll by Nicola. I said, oh no, you gotta. I don't know if this is just your idea of a cruel joke, but this ain't the shit that I fucking wanted.
Did you send it back? You ain't gonna send it back?
No, that's the thing. I sent a complaint request to Macari for the customer service. They just said keep it and from my money back. So
Oh,
I just got this shit to sit in the closet until I can find something to do with it.
Yeah.
So I got my money back, but I'm like, damn,
you
I
got
really wanted that game. I really
you
wanted
got
that
Paw
game.
Patrol.
Yeah. I said I'm done on Macari, man. I just like
That's the thing about it, because I usually go by if the seller is verified, that purple check mark, and then also if they have I don't trust anybody below like a 4-star rating average. And then when you click on their profile, if they got, all right, like for example, on my profile, I got let me see. Let's see. Okay. Like for instance, I got 5 stars. This is from a buyer. I got 5 stars. I'm sorry, a seller. As a seller, I have 5 stars, 373 ratings. So that's 373 transactions I had. So my overall rating is a 5 out of 5 stars. So I don't know if I could.
Damn, you be hustling on Macari.
Oh yes, sir. All right, there we go. So that's my overall rating. The lowest I ever got was a 3, and that was back in 20. Hold on, I can click on the show right here. That was back in 2021. Hold on.
I'm too lazy to sell on Facebook and not Facebook, eBay. And
that was back in 2021. Basically, it was the packaging could have been in a lot better condition. I was all right, bet. So after that, I haven't had a single review that has been less than 5 stars. So usually I'll go on there. If any of these sellers have like a 1 star, I don't even fuck with it at all.
I'm the same way on eBay. Like if you have negative reviews, it's like, well, what happened during that negative review, and like how many do you have? I'm like normally 100%, especially with the games I'd be looking at. I'm like, I can't be like, or if you only have like 10 or 8.
Y'all know what kind of games he be looking for?
No, it's not just
super expensive game. Oh.
Yeah. No, I mean, even cheap games. Like I don't want to go through the hassle of having to return, or I'd rather just make sure it's legit up front. Like it's too much a hassle for me to have to file a claim. I don't like doing that.
Yeah, I hate because Macari, their process isn't like a headache, but it's the fact that it's like, man, I just want this one game. I don't believe I gotta go through this shit. So now I gotta send it. I gotta send in the complaint, and then I gotta show proof. Law, you gotta take a picture. What was the item you actually wanted? What did they send? It's like digits. It's like, man, it's too much back and forth.
And then the biggest problem is you still don't have the game. So now you got to go and look for the game again.
I got my money back, but I still got Paw Patrol on a goddamn roll. I can't believe they
got your controller and fingers ready to go, and boom,
Paw Patrol.
I can't believe this shit. I can't believe this shit, bro. This is what they sent me.
All right, I'm out. Thanks for showing up.
I mean, at least it came with the disc, so at least it wasn't
all the roll.
Boy, if they would have sent me this and there was no disc in the case, I'd oh man, not only did y'all send me the wrong game, the bitch ain't even in the box. I can't believe it.
Unfortunate.
But yeah, that, and also if any seller has below a 3-star within that same year, like a calendar year, I don't fuck with it all either. So that's why I usually do to avoid situations like that. So I like this one. So they got my ass that time. So
you got.
They got me.
Gotcha, bitch. Well, y'all, let's get into the 3-hour mark. We could get on, roll it out of here and stuff, man. He said, you got Paul Road. That's hilarious. You didn't get Rick Roll, you got IL Pop Roll. Hey, yo, you got Paul Roll. Well, y'all, so we're gonna get ready to land the plane. It's been good. It's been crazy. First week 2025 has been crazy, y'all. Especially these rumors and stuff, man. If it's gonna get like this, it's gonna be a crazy 2025. I can't believe I'm saying 2025. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. And then Ninjas just got mega. So yeah. So guys, everybody will be in the chat. Thank y'all. He's back to this shit. This bro.
Way you zip that up. That's freaking nut.
You idiot.
Yeah, but it was good catching everybody tonight. You know, Mega, he ain't here right now, but he wanted me to tell y'all people that, you know, he got some new content coming out. You know, he got a new skit coming out, hopefully by Monday or Tuesday, so check that out. But good having you guys here on this lovely Friday night. Glad that too much of that and Switch 2 news didn't get too much in y'all people's heads, because I was lurking in the background. I was making sure a certain motherfucker. Oh, I'm sorry. Make sure a certain mother effer didn't say anything. So you know, y'all was on your best behavior tonight. So just make sure to keep that up, because you know we always watching. And you know, don't do what the 10 don't, because only the 10 don't can do what the 10 do. All right. So,
This fool. This dude is dumb.
Oh my god, I don't think I can follow that. Neo Ness, you can follow me on Instagram _Ness and also Neo Ness on YouTube. Collect and play the way you want to collect and play your games. Peace.
And I am Mr. Right Way, guys. Thank y'all so much for watching the stream, watching the channel. Thank y'all so much. We got more videos coming out. January is usually slow, but kicking it back into gear. 2025 is going to be amazing. Always remember